Howdy, friend. Oh, you ever, there you go. Yeah. How you doing? Steve Dangle here. And welcome to Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle from the beginning this time. Last time I was only Steve Dangle starting in the second period. But we don't talk about last week, do we? This week, it is the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Colorado Avalanche. We have a very special guest. He's going to be joining us to start the game and all through the first period. He's a big Avalanche fan. A bunch of you thought he wasn't real, but that's not true. Here he is, the one and only Producer Drew. Come on, Drew.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
It's Producer Drew. See, I'm real. Everyone talks about how I'm not real, but I'm in on the joke, too. I love memes. I love the internet.
Is that a Leafs jersey?
Oh, this? No, I would never cheer for the Leafs, bro. Big Avalanche fan. This is a Sportsnet jersey, you see?
Oh. Wait, that's
the one.
My jersey?
Yeah, Savvy gave it to me. Mark Savard. He's on the Blues now, but I forgive him. You're not part of the group chat? Oh, no,
I'm not.
You wouldn't be part of the group chat. Yeah, we just talk about how you're a plug and you suck at hockey. Anyway, enjoy the stream, dude. Go Avs!
Thanks for going. Okay, he's leaving. Thanks for leaving, Producer Drew. This is here. And all the other producers behind the scenes, can we never have a Colorado Avalanche fan on ever again? Okay, I mean it. It's in my contract. Never again. No, sorry. Here's the real Producer Drew for real, Drew Livingstone. Everybody. Hey!
Hello. I do exist after all, Steve.
Yeah, that's so good to meet you for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, how you been? Been a long time listener, first time caller.
You know, legit though, we have not seen each other in person since March 11th, 2020, right?
Not true. Remember that game we went to?
Oh my God!
How could you forget? You won me $130.
How could I forget? Because the Leafs lost 5-2. Yeah, sorry. So we've seen each other once.
Yeah, one time.
I feel like such an idiot.
Yeah.
Listen, the Leafs are doing really well. Turn off your phone. That was my phone. I'm sorry. The Leafs are doing really well, but the Avalanche are doing even weller. Tell us about the big milestone that they have that the Leafs are going to try to ruin without Mitch Marner somehow.
So they tied a franchise record for with 10 straight home victories and going for a record 11th tonight hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, I mean, Murphy's Law says they're going to lose just because I'm on the stream, but we'll see. And if they do win, if Colorado wins this game, Steve, I'm picking the title of the LFR tonight. That's the rule.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. I'm not feeling very good about tonight, and I'll tell you why. Because you're familiar with some people on this Leafs roster.
Yeah.
And I'm familiar with some people on that Avalanche roster. This is the Leafs lineup tonight. I am concerned.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Kerfoot, first line winger, right? I mean, that's what you guys signed him for.
You know what?
Traded for him.
He's been good first line winger, not first line right wing.
Very weird, but
I've never seen him play right wing once.
Would you rather Ilya Mikheyev up there?
Oh boy. No, I'd rather Oh boy. I don't even know. Maybe Spezza? Maybe by committee? Oh boy. Yeah, Mikheyev would be the guy. Oh boy.
Speaking of Mikheyev, Steve, can you please explain to me why Leafs fans call him Cobra? It makes no sense. I saw the Leafs tweeted out a gif of Arbok, the Pokemon, because it's Cobra backwards for Pokemon fans out there. That's why his name's Arbok. But yeah, why is Mikheyev Cobra?
So the reason he is Cobra, one, I think he hated the Soup nickname. I've never heard that, but I don't think he liked it. I think he liked it for 5 minutes when it got him a sponsorship, and then he was like, all right, that's dumb. And then they also got Jack Campbell, and now everyone chants Soup, and you can't have two guys nicknamed Soup. So they call him Cobra because he broke his wrist No. You know what it is?
Oh.
So he broke his thumb this year, but he got his wrist slashed in a game against the New Jersey Devils in his rookie year. So his arm was put in some sort of like cast where he was like this. So they started calling him Cobra because it's like, Santino Marella from WWE and
Ben Stiller from Dodgeball.
Or that. Yeah. Or that. And so they called him Cobra. And I don't know. I kind of like it better.
Fair. I mean, at the same time, the soup thing got him some extra money in his pocket, so can't complain too much. It's kind of like Andrea Bargnani and the pasta sauce. Remember when he was in Toronto? What was it? Primo? I think.
Primo. Man, yeah. How could you forget the brand? It was the only line he had in the whole commercial. Yeah. Primo pasta and sauce.
I'm trying to think of a worse Toronto sponsorship besides that. There's none.
Man. Kadri had a very funny one when he was here. I think it was, he goes, okay, so commercial starts like this, and I'm pretty sure this is back when they weren't very good. He goes, hey, everyone, I'm Nazem Kadri if you're Toronto Maple Leafs, and I feel awful. I feel awful at the store. I feel awful at home. I get my falafels from Paramount 5.
Oh.
Yes, I heard it on the radio, and I was like, where is he going with this? And then it hit me. I was so surprised that I'm like, all right, you know what? That's really good. I remember it all these years later. That was like half a decade ago.
It starts off like antidepressants or something that he's talking about, but all of a sudden...
I was like, I feel awful. Like cold effects.
Yeah.
Maybe like I was very confused. And speaking of Nazem Kadri, I brought a special piece of memorabilia.
Let's see it.
That I wanted to share. Former Leaf, current Av. Was he only have like 6 points this season?
Yeah, something like that. I think it might be 4.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a friend named Brian who basically he's got like a side gig where he knows how to fix hockey sticks. Okay. So he gets all these pro hockey sticks like from actual NHL games. And when they break, he can fix them to resell them or to, like he signed certificates of authenticity. Like someone gave him a Matthews stick that he broke in overtime against the Calgary Flames earlier this season. And he got to say this stick was used in this game. It broke in overtime, blah, 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 blah.
So does he fix them or does he keep the broken stick?
So sometimes like I have a Patrick Marleau hockey stick shaft that he just gave me, but this is a full on stick right here. So this is a Nazem Kadri stick from, I think, his sophomore season. We weren't totally sure. There's the proof. Whoa.
Wow.
Kadri and like big fat blade for just whacking at pucks and tipping them in.
And that blade, Steve, shows you how many times he's been suspended based on all the whacks and the damage.
Yeah, you can definitely. So this is him slashing other people. And this one up here is him getting slashed for sure. We're getting to the game in just a second. Is this? So you know the Avs roster better than me, but this is about the healthiest I remember the Avs roster look.
Yeah, they're only missing a few guys. I mean, Kemper's in net, which is good, better than Johansson like last time. So I mean, but
8-3.
We're only missing Nichushkin and Jack Johnson, Steve. So fully loaded. The power play is going to be clicking. You'll get to see some studs. Probably the best defensive pair in hockey in Devon Toews and Cale Makar. Let's be honest.
God, that's so unfair. That's so unfair that those two are together. What's Makar at?
28 points in 24 games or something like that.
That's dumb. But so many of them are goals too. He's scoring at like the best pace since like Mike Green.
14 goals.
It's already.
Insane. Yeah, it's insane.
If he ended the season with that, it'd be pretty respectable. Like he'd still probably be in the Norris conversation.
He's one behind Mikko Rantanen for the league or the team lead in goals, which is insane. And I think he's one behind Austin Matthews for even strength goals. How crazy is that?
No way! Wow.
Yeah. Which I mean, whatever. But the Avs got to get to a good start here. I mean, last time in person, I watched them go down 3-0 to start the game, and it was not a good time after that.
Oh, you went to that game. So you just gave all that money you made off that Trevor Moore goal back.
Yep. And it was not a great time. All my friends taking pictures of me, laughing at me. I was just sulking in the chair. And they almost came back, but it was sad.
Yeah, I've been to a game on the road.
That's Justin Hall beating him down the wall to knock it away, and now Bo Byram off the boards and out to center.
Colorado loves to come out of the gate hard, and they love to play with a lot of pace. As good on Toronto, the first 2 shifts over the boards, you've kept Colorado in their end. They're not getting any energy from the crowd. Good job by the Leafs.
And an offside called at the Avalanche line.
Well, you mentioned Cale Makar. What can't you say of what he doesn't do really well? He's an amazing puck transporter. He slices.
And then I ate the ball.
Look what happens when I'm actually on camera, Steve. Just all these technical difficulties. Surprising.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's just fun.
So I think. Oh yeah, we were talking about. So you were at the game where the Avs lost 8-3, and that sucked as like a visiting fan, even though it's your hometown or home area, whatever. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a hold. That's a hold. The Avs are a dirty team.
Yeah, okay. But Steve, I will say worse, though, going to Montreal, driving the 5 hours, and watching your team lose 10-1 in person, because I did that as well.
No.
Yep. And I just sat there, sad, and my wife's a Habs fan, so she was loving it. She's laughing at me. My other buddy was a Habs fan with me. He's laughing at me. Oh.
That hit traffic in front, blocked by.
He's looking good.
Not good start for the Avs.
Not the best. This is a good fourth line shift.
Yeah, not a good fourth line shift for the Avs.
I'm having difficulty even figuring out who these guys are. 43 is Cini for sure. And 62 is, oh boy, if I could tell you.
43 is Darren.
Oh no, 43 is Clifford. So 62 is not Cini for sure. No!
Oh my God.
I like this. We do have questions from the chat.
All right, cool.
For those of you who thought because producer Drew isn't working that we're not going to get any.
Oh.
Shout out producer Rob. No!
Oh, Gerard's classic spin. He does it every time he enters the zone. I feel like he does the spinorama.
How unreal is it that you have Makar and Gerard?
Oh, and Bo Byram too. Don't forget.
And Byram. So okay, Makar and Byram are both 4th overall picks, right?
Yeah.
And Byram is the Sens pick.
Yeah, and Makar is the pick where we got screwed in the lottery. And I wanted Jack Hughes that year, and I was upset when we fell to 4th because we had like the worst record in like 15 years in the NHL, and then we fell to 4th overall, and I was like, no. But I mean, Makar probably goes first now if they redo that draft.
Leafs going to the box. Muzzin?
Can't
just saw a guy
these 200 feet away from your own net, Steve.
Damn. Especially as a defenseman. I thought that was Sandine. That's weird.
Weird. Very weird.
Good effort. Good job. Good effort.
And there's Makar. One of the best skaters in the league.
That's offside. That's offside. It should have been offside. From BoBQ, who would you be willing to move at the deadline? Well, I guess both teams. Oh, it was Matthews. Both teams are heading to the playoffs, we hope. So the Avs have a lot of good young prospects.
Yeah.
So who are you thinking? Is Byram an untouchable?
I was on a Colorado Avalanche podcast, and I mentioned Bo Byram, and people were freaking out at me. And I was like, listen, I know talking about head injuries is a tricky situation, but I was at the same time like, straight up, you never know how long he's going to last in the NHL, and while he's got high value, I was like, go get a top 6 forward.
Oh, wow.
But just because of the depth they have on D, but I know it's crazy to say, but they have so many prospects like Justin Barron that they could move, but at the same time, do you want to sell the farm? Oh!
Big stop!
Is able to hold on to that.
Jack Campbell. You got to do the soup. I'm waiting for the soup. Look how good Cale Makar is.
He's okay. He's okay. Look at this. That's an overrated crossover right there.
Fair. You think he could beat you in a race?
Nah.
Probably not.
Nah. I'd finish. Well, he might be me, and I'd finish second, and Kirby Doc would finish third. Again.
Fair. How unreal was that goal? You didn't answer who you want the Leafs to move at the deadline, though.
Okay, who do I? The Leafs. Well.
Their last 9 shorthanded situations.
It's tough because they need year in and year out guys on ELCs. Like, they need affordable talent. So would you move, Roni Hirvonen, a recent second? I wouldn't want to. Would you move Topi Niemela, who's a right-handed D, who's awesome, which they're always asking for? Is this going to be a break? No, it's not. I wanted Kerfoot to score so bad. Yeah, I don't want Niemela moved. It's bittersweet seeing a guy like Sean Dursey have success in LA because, oh my God.
Oh.
Anyway, I want to see that kid have success. I'm cheering for him, but I'm sad the Leafs lost him. I'm glad they have Muzzin, but...
I mean, I think the Leafs, this will be the first year they're not very active at the deadline. Oh!
No, I agree, and they're not going to blow all the picks, I don't think. I think I would rather them make a big deal now, soon.
What do you want? A top 6 forward, or do you want depth?
Depth D. Or not even a depth D. I want Liljegren to get more of a shot. They need to evaluate him more and understand what they have there, because if they're going to go 4 rounds deep, which is the ultimate goal, Justin Hall's, he's just not the guy. He's not. So are you going to put a rookie there then in Liljegren? I don't know. It's a tough one. I just don't see it.
I mean, how good would it have been if they just let Justin Hall leave in the expansion draft?
Oh, man, I understood the logic, but it could not have played out worse. And, Drew, underratedly, because the Leafs lost McCann, they got Evan Rodriguez in a trade from the Penguins, and they weren't able to sign him.
He might be better than Malkin right now on that team. I know Malkin's still out. He's not back yet, but, he's earned his role.
Ooh. Third line center of Genny Malkin.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's not fair. That's a hook.
Oh, what a
That's
save.
A save.
That's a lot of power play pressure there, Steve. That was an impressive kill by Jack Campbell more than anyone.
Sorry, to give an actual answer, I would try to pawn off a prospect who's a little bit farther along, someone in the minors, like a Mac Hollowell, a Joey Anderson, but I know you're not going to get a ton.
What are you going to get? Yeah.
Exactly. You're not going to get a ton. Or Dermott, I would trade guys who are going to be bumped out of the lineup, you know what I mean, for the trade.
Before Nashville started winning, I had this dream of getting Philip Forsberg at the deadline on Colorado just to have another Forsberg, but they're doing too well now. That's not going to happen.
No, they're first in their division. That's unbelievable.
Not for long.
Not for long. No, yeah, the standings are so messed up. I thought the Bruins were having a bad year, and I'm like, oh, they have 5 games in hand on everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a great question for you from John. Is this a paid actor or the real Drew?
That's for you guys to decide. I can't reveal whether I am actually a producer or just a paid extra that Steve found on the street and decided to buy a Stanley Cup banner for. Is it this way? No, I'm getting confused.
It's tough.
2001. Wait, no. There we go. When are you gonna get yours, Steve?
I want to get a Leaf Stanley Cup banner like that, except instead of a year, I want it to just say before I was born. Just long before I was born.
Well, I don't think they made color banners back then anyway, so it'd be pretty difficult.
Wow. Hey, who got you that sick Nathan McKinnon figure in the back?
This one. That was from some dude. I don't know. I just walked into my office one day, and it was just on my desk.
Well, it was there forever back when it was legal to see people.
Yeah, it was one of the things I brought home in March 2020 and haven't been back. So
I love that you had a chance to grab a handful of stuff, and you're like, I'll bring my toy.
100%.
It's a figure. Yeah.
Yeah, figure. But I forgot those dog collars, which you didn't see for 2 years.
Oh yeah, I have. Big save. They're in this room. You just have to take my word for it.
I hate that camera angle, by the way. I know people love it, but I hate it. The one behind the net.
I don't mind it in certain situations. I don't love it at even strength. I kind of like it at like the beginning of a power play.
Yeah, I mean, I also liked, if you notice the new technology sometimes on the ice with the clock on the ice and the defensive zone for the power play. I love that.
Yeah. They've had. I like the shift timer as well.
Oh, 14-3 shot attempts.
14-3 shot attempts, but the Avs don't have a shot on. Oh wait, that's the Leafs. Oh my God.
Yeah, good start for Toronto.
Oh heavens. Oh God. Really, they have none? Yeah, Campbell has made some big saves.
And then they get a 2-on-1 right on cue.
And just get a shot. Yeah, it's Carter. Let's go. Let's go. Hey! Leafs win! Leafs win the trade! Wait, where is it?
Oh my God.
Leafs win the trade! Leafs win the trade!
You know what's funny? You bet first goal Kerfoot was probably like 25-1, same as the Trevor Moore.
I really got to start betting on stuff.
Oh my God, just wide open. EJ, the Condor, just going down way too early. You never tap LBRB or L1R1 anymore, Steve. It doesn't work out.
Oh, you know what's funny is the Leafs never did that. That's their first shot of the game. I love it. The Leafs never did that. TJ Brody comes in. That's all he does. That's all he does is L1R1. And Drew, he's the honest to goodness. It's a very specific thing, but he might be the best defender in the league at it.
The best defender when he's on his stomach.
Yes. Like, he's good. He's good. Like, he's not mind-blowing. He's good. But, yeah, he's the that's a great way of putting it. He's the best defender in the league on his stomach. I might have to use that in the LFR there, Drew.
What about Michael Bunting with the assist there? What do you think of him being eligible for the Calder? How nonsense is that?
That was a sick pass. I love the Justin Bourne thread that he made about that. There's like 4 different cutoffs for the Calder, and Michael Bunting, in terms of like age, in terms of games played, in terms of everything, is this close to not being eligible for it, but he is. I mean, he's not going to win it.
No, but it's insane that he's allowed. There should be an age limit, let's be honest.
No, I agree. Like, it kind of stinks that Panarin got it over McDavid. I think it's unreal that both Gretzky and McDavid didn't win the Calder.
It's insane. And wasn't Gretzky didn't win it because they were, like, bitter? Oh, here we go.
No, they didn't win it because he wasn't eligible because he played the WHA.
Is that rule because of him? Like, they just didn't want him winning it.
I don't know. It ended up... Who did it go to?
I have no idea.
He won a Stanley Cup with the Colorado Avalanche.
Trying to think of age. Bork? No.
And after 22 years, Raymond Bork!
Right.
It was 22,
right? Yeah. I don't know. It's one of the best calls of all time.
It's really good. It's really good. I grew up not liking the Avalanche, and even I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, everyone was cheering for them that year.
Yeah. I didn't like them because my grade 2 teacher in grade 2 was like, we are all, and he's a Habs fan. He's like, we're all cheering for the Red Wings this year.
Really?
Yeah, because
he was bitter for Patrick Watson.
No, because his student was Chris Draper.
Oh, right. I think I've heard you tell a story.
Yeah, and we were all like super jacked on the Red Wings, and we were following it really closely. And we're like, oh my God, like if they win the Stanley Cup, they'll bring it to our school. And then, Claude Lemieux hit him from behind. And from then on, I was like, I hate this team. I hate these guys. Our whole class wrote letters to Chris Draper.
Really?
Yeah. And then the next year they did win the Cup. And he did bring the Cup to the school.
Really? Well,
and I wasn't there, and I was pissed.
So you were Red Wings fan, Steve. You were a traitor.
Oh, dude, I have pictures of me with the Red Wings logo painted on my face. I have 2 Red Wings hats. I have one that says Stanley Cup champion 1996-97.
I remember I went to Detroit for a playoff game, Colorado against Detroit, and we got swept. It was 4-0. One of Sack's last series. And on the way out, I remember they were like threatening my life, and I was like, "What is going on? Like we lost. You guys swept us." And my favorite memory is some dude walked up to us with a grocery bag, stood beside me, and he's like, "Oh, I feel safe now." And he takes his Colorado jersey out of his thing. He's like, "I rode public transit with my Colorado jersey in a bag because I didn't want people to know." So then he pulled it out after.
Wow.
That's how crazy the Detroit rivalry was.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, it was insane. It's died off now because of different conferences, but still don't like those guys.
Right. It's rivalries sort of depend on age.
Right. Like right now, Colorado's biggest rival is Minnesota, and it's not as big as the Detroit era, but we really don't like the Minnesota Wild.
Like growing up for me, it wasn't really Habs. It was Sens for sure.
Battle of Ontario.
Yeah. Hated the Devils.
Really?
Hated the Flyers. I hated all the teams that beat the Leafs in the playoffs. And as I got older, they made it so that there weren't as many teams because it's the Bruins and then the Bruins and then the Bruins.
The funniest thing that ever happened, Jeremy Roenick's OT winner. When that happened, I was laughing at my. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy!
Oh, that's goal interference.
Boy.
Matthew's getting another penalty.
I don't know.
I don't think there's a penalty here.
I think the ref sort of gave him a pat, like, yeah, don't worry about it.
I don't know about that. Don't worry about it. He didn't slow down.
Okay, let's get another look here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He checks on him right away.
We'll see. We'll see after the break.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Jeremy Roenick scores that OT winner for the Flyers, and I'm making fun of my brother because he's a Leafs fan. Go downstairs, razzing him, and then it's the Avalanche that night. I think it was the Minnesota series. Maybe it was the Sharks. Either way, they went to overtime as well, and Andrew Brunette ends it, and he comes running up and he starts beating on him. He's like, "Ha! That's what you get for laughing at me." And I was like, yeah, that was karma. So that was one of the funniest nights in my house growing up.
You ever have any hockey fist fights with your brother?
I mean, not hockey fist fights, just straight up fist fights. Like there was a hole in our drywall on the way down to the basement just from us wrestling one time, just right through the wall. So, yeah, it was brotherly love. Having a brother is fun.
Did your parents know, or did you do what I did and cover it with a poster?
No, it was way too big. Like you could see, like a body went through that. Like it's like like when you're going down the stairs and like there's a wall and there's under the stairs, so like you could literally go through the hole. Like there's nothing on the other side.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I love this question. We might as well do it in commercial break from L. Favorite Kadri moment. You want to go first, or should I?
Let me go first because it's not a long history with Colorado. It's when he scored with 0.001 seconds against the Blues in the bubble. And I was saying that there's time in between 0.1 and 0.00. And that was a good time.
That's one of my favorite Drew lines.
And it's true.
So for those of you who don't remember, I think it was a 1-1 game against the Blues. And it wasn't it one of those like round robin games between the division winners?
Yeah. It was just to decide who got the first seed.
Yeah. And Kadri scores with less than 0.1 seconds left. So I don't know what it officially went down in the record books as.
Yeah, I think it went down as 0.1.
And you got like super existential with it. You're like, there's time between 0.1 and 0. That made me laugh. I mean, for me, it was his goal in Game 7, 2013 against the Bruins. I, honest to God, thought the Leafs were about to win that series.
I mean...
Also, I think
so
he
no
had an assist.
Play, by the way.
I think he had an assist on Bozak's winner in Game 3 against the Capitals in 2017, and also what I call the Dart Guy shift. So that same game, very early in the first period, the Capitals go up 2-0.
Okay.
And the building is rocking. It's the first home playoff game since 2013. First one in a full season. Building's rocking. The Caps take the air out of the building immediately. Game 2, 2 nights before, was the birth of Dart Guy. He's on TV and he starts taking off. He's a social media phenomenon. We have him at the tailgate for Game 3. He's like a celebrity. The Leafs want pictures with him. Like Wendell Clark wanted a picture with him. The Leafs are down 2-0. They show Dart Guy on the screen. Building goes nuts. They go nuts. The very next shift, Kadri just obliterates. I can't remember if it was two guys or the same guy twice. I think it was Brooks Orpik twice.
Just smoked him?
Smoked him. And then he finishes his shift, and I think it was Matthews comes over the boards and scores, and that cued the comeback.
I mean, you can't be upset with that. I mean, I thought you were going to pick one of the suspensions against Boston as your favorite moment, but I mean...
You know what, man? When he got suspended last year for the Avs, I was sad. Like, there was no vindication there. I was sad. Yeah.
Try going up against the Vegas Golden Knights without a second-line center. Well, then the Habs did the same thing. They beat them, but that's the no magic.
I was about to say, try going up against the Habs without a second-line center.
Yeah, fair. Same boat.
Oh, man.
It's weird how similar the Leafs and Avs playoff runs have been just at around. Like, it's eerily similar.
I guess there's more hope associated with always making it to the second round. And
fair, but then you have the Hamburglar in net for Game 7 elimination game, and then it's just all hope's lost.
Dude, you won 2 of 3 games with Michael Hutchinson.
Sorry, Michael Hutchinson. Yeah, the Hamburglar was the Nashville series. It's always an emergency goalie with us.
Right. I was like, wait a sec, what's he?
No, yeah, the Hamburglar was the Nashville series the year before when we lost in Game 6.
There was so on my podcast, we had Marissa Ngemi on, who's a Seattle Kraken reporter, and she said the Kraken, I think, lead the league in the amount of goals allowed after scoring a goal, like within a minute after scoring the goal.
That's terrible.
And it's terrible, and the first thing I thought of was Philip Grubauer Game 7.
Yeah, that was not fun. Or so you're talking about Hutchinson, you mean, when they went up on Dallas?
No, because last year Grubauer, didn't the Avs go up 1-0 in Game 7 over Vegas?
And then Grubauer. It was Game 6. Because Cabby would have come back for Game 7, but we didn't make it.
Oh, I thought that series went 7.
No, I wish it did, because we would have had Nazem back.
Oh, man. You know what? At least he got suspended for an amount of games. That's one of the weirdest suspensions I've ever seen is against the Bruins.
He appealed it, and it took so long to appeal, and then finally, like, before Game 6, like, oh, yeah, the appeal didn't happen. He's serving the 6th game.
But the first or second Bruins one, I can't remember. They're just like, yeah, he suspended the rest of the series. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That could be 2 games, or whatever it was, or it could be. Oh boy, is that Willie? Oh, what are you doing passing that? Well, I guess it's Tavares.
Yeah, you can't be upset with that.
No.
But yeah, Michael Hutchinson, Game 7 against Dallas. Avs go up 5-4 with like 3 minutes left, and 30 seconds later, Dallas scored to tie it and force overtime. It was not fun.
Leafs are trying to give this game back. Look at the shots now, though, eh?
Yeah, it was 7-0, and then I said, oh, bad start for the Leafs, and now look what's happened since.
You'd be amazed how often they do this. Like, just get clobbered in the first 10 minutes. And
and of course, it's Austin.
You know what, man? He's just got that energy from new first-line winger Alex Kerfoot.
Yeah, you know what it is? Like, he has good games against Colorado. Remember the goal point game? That was against Colorado.
He had 2 goals, only 1 on the board, but yeah. Oh, who got their stick flip? Did you see that?
I gotta see the replay.
Oh, whoa.
That was super fast. Does Kerfoot get a helper?
I don't.
It might have tipped
maybe.
off.
Did he feed it to Riley?
And a guy that's adept on his forehand and his
I guess
Well,
find
here we
out.
go again. The Leafs going to be up 3 goals again at the end of the first. Or sorry, 3-1 because we scored with like 2 seconds left. Oh,
Yeah, there's Kerfoot. He got the secondary.
having the game of his life.
I love it. Dude, I got to say, he was so good in the Avalanche, the Habs series. God, the amount of individual performances the Leafs got out of guys, and they still lost.
Oh my God.
What? How did that go in? How did that go in?
Oh, Matthews again.
Oh, Drew, buddy. I'm so sorry. What were you going to call the LFR?
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it 3-0 comeback. Or it was 3-0.
Does Kemper get the hook?
Man.
They go with Francouz?
You think they pull him? Kerfoot
Lots of
again with the
Kerfoot assists
helper.
for sure.
Oh my.
Oh,
Against
man.
our top line too.
To the tune of a 3-0 lead and 2 real nice goals.
This is not fun, Steve.
It's not fun for me either, man. It's stressful having the lead when you cheer for the Leafs.
Oh yeah, stressful being up 3-0, 15 minutes in. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Francouz.
Hey, maybe do the Leafs struggle against right-handed gloves?
Trying to think if they've ever played against Michael Hutchinson. There's like no right-handed goalies in the NHL anymore. How many are there? There's Francouz, Hutch. Hutch isn't even in the NHL, really.
I'm trying to think of one. I don't even know.
There used to be a bunch when we were younger. Jonas Hiller, I remember, but I think that's it, man.
Jose Theodore.
Ah, yes, noted Hart winner.
I loved him. I loved him in Colorado.
That'll never happen again. By the way, a right-handed Hart-winning goalie, never.
Never say never.
Never. For the rest of the history of the NHL, it'll never happen.
And the Leafs are never going to blow a 3-0 lead again. It's just
Okay, all right. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, what do you even call this game? If it's 8-3 again, like you can't even call it Drew's favorite game in your LFR. You got to call it like I don't even know.
Drew 2?
Yeah.
I think we need a goal from noted waiver wire guy Nick Ritchie.
That would be funny. Not good. All right, here we go. Logan O'Connor can get us back on the board.
Kumar asked, how will the Leafs do without Marner again?
Pretty good.
You know, I will say, so Wayne Simmons, I think it was this past week, talked about how underrated Marner is defensively. And when Marner was out with an injury, you did definitely feel his absence. So this will be a test, right? Like, you're on the road, you don't have a key defensive forward. We'll see how it goes.
Hey, Kerfoot, better than Marner, apparently.
Apparently, man. You know what, though? So the Leafs have been in this situation many times where they've been down, but they're an offensive team.
Right.
Now, like, what do you think the Avs are concentrating on for the rest of the game?
Yeah, I guess, but it's, I don't know. Shots. That's all we're going to be doing.
Yeah, Drew, I'm giving you something, man. I'm trying to give you something.
You're not giving me hope, Steve. I saw it happen live last time, so I need Kadri to wake up. Send him that stick. Maybe that'll wake him up.
I'll break it over my knee. It's absolutely not. No.
You don't want I feel like part of you wants Colorado to come back in this game, though. You don't want to watch a 6-0 victory.
I do like a close game. But
do you want to be stressed out?
No. Dude, during the playoffs, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Like, doing these streams, I thought I was going to just croak live on camera. Like,
I remember after the Habs series, after game 6, because we have a post-production meeting, and you were just like, this team, man, I can't deal with it anymore, this team. And then after game 7, you were just, I think it was like 30 seconds of you just screaming. And it was like, yeah, it was very, I almost felt bad for you, but at the same time, it kind of made me laugh on the inside. But it's getting funny now, kind of. Like, it's becoming a bit. Steve Dangle angry at the Leafs after the first round of the playoffs.
That video, let me check. That video got over. I've only ever had 2 videos on my personal YouTube channel hit 500,000 views, and that's one of them.
Really?
I know you and I have had some on the Sportsnet channel, the Lindros trade tree, the Gretzky trade tree. How's the Patrick Waugh one doing? The Patrick Waugh, dang it.
The dang it? I think it's like 650, 600.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Classic.
Views. Let's do this. Oh, my God.
F in the chat for the Colorado Avalanche chat.
F in the chat, everybody. Also, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends.
Yes.
So, the number 3 video on my channel is the Leafs losing to Boston in Game 7 for the 3rd time. 375,000.
Get in your net!
Hey! Hey! If you're a goaltender, flail so the Leafs can go up 4-0.
This is bad.
Anyway, Game 7 last year, 547,000.
No way.
Yeah.
See, so it is successful. You said the Leafs cost you money, but they didn't.
They cost me money on that one video, that's for sure. Or on, I would have made more with a full second round of videos.
Fair. But watch a Habs game with Steve Dangle was a fun time.
You know what? It was. I enjoyed
journey.
it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Am I the first other team fan that's been on these streams?
No. Jillian Fisher is a Flyers fan?
Yeah, she's a Flyers fan.
Yep.
But were they playing the Flyers that night?
No.
Oh, here we go, McKinnon.
Oh! Hey, there's one.
That's
one.
Jersey. You see it? Oh, McKinnon, let's go!
No.
This is the exact same as last time, though. It was 3-0, then 3-1 to end the first, and then Kadri will score the second, and then it's 8-3.
I'm scared because I haven't noticed Kadri at all. And I'm sure he's going to show up any minute now.
Let's see this. I feel like McKinnon, everyone's saying he's having a bad year, leading the NHL in points per game, though. And now 2 back-to-back games with a goal. Oh, deflection.
Oh. What are you going to do? McKinnon with way too much time there.
Yeah, as soon as he got in the slot, we both knew it was coming.
Oh, 100%.
All right, not good, though.
Overall, if I know math, 1 in every 5 shots is going in.
for overall the game, gotcha.
Just overall.
Let's see if the Avs get one before the end of the... Hey, you jinxed it, though. So like I said, the title's going to be it was 3-0 if the Avs come back.
No! You know what? And this is the Leafiest thing ever. Whoa, that was close to dangerous. I don't know. The amazing 8-6 next generation game that the Leafs played against the Carolina Hurricanes where they had that big comeback.
And the Unreal Spinorama?
Unreal Spinorama. Leafs were up 3-0 in that game.
Really?
And they blew.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because they were losing at one point.
They were losing 6-4.
Yeah.
And then they scored 5, 6, and 7. Barry got the 6th. It was one of, 4 goals he scored as a Leaf.
Yeah, well, you guys didn't use him properly, though, let's be honest.
100%.
Oh, no.
100%. He started on the wrong foot with Babcock, and he never really got it back.
He was a power play specialist, and they didn't use him on the power play.
No. Well, he's a power play specialist on a team with a guy who scored 72 points on the back of his power play minutes.
Yeah, that's why it was a weird trade, because you guys didn't need an offensive defenseman.
No, I was way too caught up in, oh, he's right-handed. That's great. No.
Yeah, that was a weird thing that Babcock had an obsession with.
No, well, they could have used one, but he wasn't a fit at all.
No, but I mean, at the same time, I understand wanting to have 3 righties and 3 lefties, but don't be trading your $4 million center who can put up 60 points just for the sake of getting one.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you imagine Kadri on this team? How happy you'd be right now?
Oh, the value? Oh, my God.
He's going to get $10 million from the Habs in the offseason. I'm going to laugh.
Ooh. Oh, I've been saying that for a long time. He's going to Montreal.
Or Arizona.
No, he's not going to Arizona.
You don't think so? Someone's gonna offer him a boatload of money, and he's gonna accept it.
was on for 2 goals.
Well, the Coyotes saved a bunch of money this year. They're spending $4 on their team.
And hey, you want to sell McKinnon -2? He was bad play on both their goals.
Bum.
And then they made him angry and just left him open. Hey, was that Brody with the L1R1?
I think it was.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it didn't work there.
best defenseman on his stomach. Just don't do it when McKinnon's in front of you.
No. Oh my God. 13-game point streak. Ew.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty good.
13-game point streak for McKinnon, which is the
Come on, Austin.
active high in the league.
If he scores, would this be a natural hat trick? Or no, because the Avs scored in the middle?
Campbell, stop using your glove. That's cheating.
No, I like it.
I do need to get an updated jersey, though. Not having the A on my chest for McKinnon, it feels wrong.
I know what you mean.
But it's also weird. Like, how do you feel about getting jerseys of players that are younger than you? It felt really weird when I bought this McKinnon jersey.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I'm past it.
I'm past. You're going to see 40-year-old Steve wearing a 19-year-old draft picks jersey? It seems weird.
Why not? Why not? Well, eventually you're going to get to an age where no one on the team is younger than you. I'm almost there. Sorry, older than you. I'm almost there. Yeah. Simmons and I were born in the same year. Like, we have friends who went to the same school. And who's older? Spezza.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is that it, actually?
I think so.
Does that make you feel old, Steve?
Kinda. I had like a realization. So this would have been, I don't know what, 4 or 5 years ago when all those rookies were on the team. So it would have been like late 2016. And I'm looking around at like Hyman and Matthews and Marner and Nylander and Zaitsev was on the team. And I'm just looking at all these children and I'm just like, oh my God. Like Roman Polak is my peer. And the rest of these guys are just kids.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But yeah, okay. So I guess that was fun, Steve. I mean, you go fly solo the rest of the way, but we did say if it goes to OT, I'm coming back.
Oh, 100% you have to come back if this goes to OT.
I'll just be stressed out. You'll see my hair like way up in the air, and maybe I won't even have a jersey on. Who knows?
Rick and Morty style.
Yeah. Hey, I got Rick and Morty behind me too. Can you see it? I don't even know.
Do you? Oh yeah, you do.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, and there's Mr. Meeseeks. Yeah.
I think that's the first time butthole has ever been said on the stream.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Steve. That's what you've done before. And then, yeah. And by the way, Steve, we have a special video for you in the intermission.
Oh yeah.
We'll throw to it once you do your wrap up. I'll throw to it for you.
Oh, well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed producer Drew Livingstone. I thought he was wonderful. Leafs are up 3-1. We'll be back after this special feature. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends, and enjoy.
All right, enjoy.
The Toronto Maple Leafs literally, and that word is overused a smidge, but literally gave up 50 shots at home to a team that played last night, and that would be embarrassing enough on its own. On its own, that would be unacceptable. On its own, you would never believe that team would A, make the playoffs, and B, do anything in them. Oh, but we're just getting started. That's not even the worst part. Are you kidding me? That's not even close. The Toronto Maple Leafs lost an actual National Hockey League game to a 42-year-old Zamponi driver who works for them! Forget Game 7 in 2013, in 2018, in 2019. Wow, they get humiliated a lot. Well, forget all of them! They just lost to a 42-year-old Zamponi driver who works for the team! Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you yelling for? Can't you appreciate what a great story it is? How cool it is? This guy's getting to live his childhood dream. This is the coolest thing ever. He gets called into an actual NHL game, and not just with a couple seconds left, with half of an actual NHL game left, and he's got to defend it? He's got to defend a lead? That is truly the stuff of scripts. You got to put that in a movie. You could sell that to Disney tomorrow. That's incredible. How don't you feel good about that? Come on. Because in the movies, it would be a lot more exciting. In the movies, the team shooting against the emergency goalie would actually shoot. But in real life, in actual reality, it's a lot more boring than that. They just don't do anything. They're the Toronto Maple Leafs. I wrote a book, a full book about my Leafs fandom called This Team is Ruining My Life. And I wrote this before they followed up a 4-0 win against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins with a loss to a 42-year-old Zamboni driving emergency goalie who works for them. I feel like this video could have ended a few minutes ago. That's it, isn't it? That's it, we're done here. They lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them. They're the biggest joke in the National Hockey League, dude. The biggest joke. Name a bigger joke in the National Hockey League. You can't. Oh, the Oilers and how the Oilers are doing fine. I don't know if you noticed this, but they don't cry when times get tough anymore. The Buffalo Sabres, well, hey, they haven't made the playoffs in a while. The Buffalo Sabres, they do lose a lot of games, don't they? But you know what the Buffalo Sabres haven't done is lose to a Zamboni driver in their final game before the trade deadline? If Kyle Dubas was a smart fan, he'd throw his phone in a volcano right now. I don't know how you don't trade every player on the roster, every player on the roster after a game like that. Oh, typical Toronto media, all their fans, everyone's so tough. You lost to a Zamboni driver! I don't want to talk about how this market or this fan base or whatever is tough on this hockey team ever again. Ever again. Are you joking me? This team's gonna lose games. Any team is gonna lose games. This team has weaknesses. Any team is gonna have weaknesses. This team is literally built on its offense, and it just lost to a Zamboni driver! Who wants this team to make the playoffs right now, for real? Like, you want to watch the rest of this season? Leave a comment down below. Were any of you at that game? I felt like I was slowly watching 20,000 people stop being Leaf fans live in person. David Ayers says he's supposed to practice with the Leafs tomorrow. He's going to bring his game puck. Well, I hope he brings all their birth certificates too, because now he's their dad. All of them. This is, no hyperbole, the most humiliating loss, at least in the regular season, in Toronto Maple Leafs history. Oh, name a bigger one. Name one. Oh, you can't? Oh, that's weird. Well, there was one time they had a 5-0 lead in the third, and they blew that against the Blues. First of all, the Leafs blow leads all the time. You're not impressing me with that. Second of all, the Blues had a professional goalie in net that night. If you lose that game, you got to decide how much you like hockey. You really got to decide that. I know you all got big contracts and everything, but like, no one's making you do this. You like this? You sure? Listen, I'm not so blind that I can't see how amazing the story of David Ayers is. How amazing the story of what he did in this game is. What he did, the inspirational, unbelievable, spectacular storybook thing that he did. But behind it, on the other end of the ice, is a hockey team that truly, deeply, bitterly sucks! I don't know what else to say. Yep, I think that's it. Okay. All right, good video, guys. Yeah. So, in terms of whatever else happened in the game, the Clifford hit and all of that, we're gonna record a podcast tomorrow night before the trade deadline. That was the last game before the trade deadline, man! We're gonna record a podcast. It'll be up on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and up on the Steve Dangle Podcast YouTube channel. We're gonna talk all about this game, even more, way more in depth. Because I'm going to have two co-hosts with me, Adam Weil, Jesse Blake, and they're going to help me discover how to say something else other than they lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for their team. Sorry, their minor league affiliate. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends that the Leafs lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them!
So I got a little mad They lost to an emergency backup goalie, in my defense. That's all I got to say. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Producer Drew, for that lovely surprise. I really did think that was going to be like a supercut, like a compilation. I didn't know they were going to show the whole video. That video makes me reflect on my life. Like, it makes me reflect on, is this how you want to live? I have more decaf. I don't have 3 caffeinated coffees in a day. If I have 3 caffeinated coffees in a day, it's a matter of life and death. Do you understand? I'm saving lives if that's what I have to do. I maybe do 1.5. Because when I do more, and when tragic things happen to the Leafs, that's how I act. So, hey everyone. Steve Dangle here. Welcome back to Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Did you hear Producer Drew? Thank you, by the way, to Producer Drew for joining the stream. Did you hear Producer Drew and I having a pessimism off? We tried to out-pessimism each other. Leafs had a 3-0 lead, and I was like, oh, just you wait. Avs are going to switch to all offense, and the Leafs are going to be screwed. And he said, no, not going to happen. Avs are going to lose. But I will say this. Drew had a lack of confidence with his team down by 3 goals. I had a lack of confidence with my team up. And if you're wondering why, did you see the video that was just shown? Leafs in first intermission. An overall good period. Matthews was fired up. The game started awful for the Leafs. Avalanche pumped them. They were at one point the shots were 7-0 and the shot attempts were 14-3. And then the Leafs on their first shot of the game score. And from then they really stormed back. Not just filling the net, but also just shot attempts, shots on goal, scoring opportunities and everything. Kemper gets pulled and McKinnon with 2 mistakes, as Drew pointed out. And all of a sudden, Avs get 1 and it's McKinnon. The building goes nuts. And with the team as offensively gifted as the Colorado Avalanche, and with the Leafs missing a key defensive forward in Mitch Marner, a lot of you are going to roll your eyes at that, but it's true. It's just the fact. 40 minutes to play. It's anyone's game. Questions from the chitty chat. Mubashir, if you and Drew had to swap one player with the other, who would it be and why? Oh, I should have asked this when Drew was still there. Well, before the game, I would have said Kadri and Kerfoot, but anyway, technical difficulty there. My answer is I would trade Cale Makar for Justin Hall. Oh, okay. Drew says I'd swap Campbell for Kemper. And I'd kick you in the chest. Okay, look at what the Avs paid for Kemper. What would you pay for Campbell? It's going to cost you more than Kemper, young man. Blue, do you see the Oilers making the playoffs because of their current run, or can they pull it together? I mean, the Oilers, even when they were good at the beginning of the season, they had their flaws. And now they're bad. They're still the same team they were when they were good, to me. The problem was Mikko Koskinen was their starter for a while. And let's be honest, he wasn't good. Their defense wasn't good in front of him. Their depth scoring isn't good, but like they've made the playoffs and their depth scoring has never been good. When in the McDavid and Draisaitl era has their depth scoring been good? You know what I mean? So to me, I still see them making the playoffs. You can't judge the Oilers by how they're playing now in the same way that you couldn't judge them by how they were playing at the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? The truth is somewhere in the middle with them. But ultimately, I mean, they're probably about what they are, a wild card team. You take their unbelievably hot streak and their unbelievably cold streak, and they probably level out for the rest of the season, and they are roughly where they are. Let's look at the standings real quick. The Oilers are currently second wild card in the West. They've played one more game than the Jets, who are only 1 point behind them. I mean, it's a tight race. Oilers have 38 points. Jets, Kings, and Sharks all have 37. Dallas, 36. Canucks, look out. Here they come. 35. And the Stars they'll throw in there again. They're only 2 points behind the Oilers, and they have 3 games in hand. Oh, boy. So, I don't know. Maybe I changed my answer a little bit. As hot as the Flames have been to start the season, too, they're kind of faltering. 3-6-1, and they've lost 3 straight. What if neither Alberta team makes it? I just heard all of my bosses crying. Please, no! Steve, why would you put that evil into the world? You're right. I'm sorry. Brendan, thoughts on the Hockey Diversity Alliance announcement? Yeah. So who is it tweeted by? I want to make sure I got this right. So today there was a video tweeted out by the Hockey Diversity Alliance. 2 of their members are in this game tonight, Wayne Simmons and Nazem Kadri. There it is. So if you go to the official HDA, that's the Hockey Diversity Alliance's Twitter account. They tweeted about a 2.5 minute video. The caption is, "Do you stand with us against racism in hockey? Show your support and join us to make this game for us all. Hashtag tape out hate." So they have this tape where you can put messages of encouragement on, and obviously you can use it on your stick. I believe Wayne Simmons is using it tonight. I saw in warm-up. It's hard. I was preparing for this. But they have frank discussions in the video. There's some strong language in it. But I love what the Hockey Diversity Alliance is doing. And frankly, it would be great if the NHL got on board at all. With a little bit more support and a little bit more involvement with the Hockey Diversity Alliance. Jake, how did Drew become an Avs fan? Oh, man, there's another one. I wish he was still here. If I remember his story correct, it's basically the Leafs were garbage, and they were in the mid-90s. And the Avalanche were great. I mean, if you were a hockey fan of a certain age at that time, how could you not? I mean, there's Claude Lemieux if you're a bad person. But outside of that, again, Chris Draper fan. Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Patrick Waugh, and that's just scratching the surface. Unbelievable team. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends as we prepare for the second period. Ooh, you know what? Drew, if you're watching this, I'd like you to answer this on camera for the LFR. Curtis asks, what was Drew's favorite LFR to edit? That's interesting because Drew has only edited this season's LFRs. Carp. How did the Habs become what they are right now? What happened? Okay. Can I just say, and I know a lot of Leaf fans are watching this. After all, it's Watch the Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. If the team you hate the most, right, if your team's rival is down on their luck and having a bad time, I think it's okay for you to have a little bit of fun at their expense. However, what is happening to the Montreal Canadiens right now, and like seeing people dunk on them and, oh my God, the Avs have a worse points percentage than the Arizona Coyotes. Okay, you know what the Arizona Coyotes have that the Montreal Canadiens don't? Players! Players. Every Hab has entered protocol. Here's how bad it is. One day I saw, as we're about to come back for the second period here, one day I saw that the Habs added Cam Heelis, who they called up from the ECHL, and Mike Pizzetta, who they called up from the AHL on COVID protocol. So they're calling guys up from the ECHL. They're so shorthanded. And then they go on protocol. I'm amazed they're still playing games. No team in the National Hockey League has been hit harder by this than the Montreal Canadiens. Pavel Francouz, by the way, replacing Darcy Kemper, in case you missed that at the end of the first period. Chris says, you good? I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. There's 40 minutes to play. Almost 39 and a half. I felt better when Drew was here. I feel like Drew's doubt powers the Leafs. Like, my doubt curses the Leafs, but like our doubts sort of canceled each other out. And so it was just talent versus talent. You know what I mean? Kerfoot with a 3-point night, by the way, so far. Gotta love him. Ben, how did you scream like that? I assume that is talking about my David Ayers video LFR with my chest. That's years and years and years of calluses. Like, I've noticed my voice change over time. I don't know if you've noticed it in the videos, but like, my voice is clearer, I think, and deeper than it's ever been. There's Kadri. Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here. And that's not like me putting on a wacky broadcasting voice. That's just what happens when you use your voice all the time. So, like, this is my job, right? Got a podcast, do the LFR videos, do these streams, do all these videos on the Sportsnet YouTube channel, right? Plus, I just talk to people. But while I started my YouTube career, or whatever you want to call it, I was working at the Toronto Zoo doing 8 to 10 25-minute tours on the tour bus 5 times a week for several years. I have done a lot of talking in my life. I've used my voice a lot. So how do I scream like that? Practice. Oh my God. I didn't even realize what happened there. That was an unreal play from Kadri. Again, it's that fat blade. This is an old stick of his, but he's got that fat blade for just whacking pucks down. The Draisaitl paddle. Except Kadri's older than Draisaitl, so Draisaitl's copying him. It's pretty flat. Not much of a tape job, eh? Up at the top. So this is his actual tape, apparently, I was told. I wonder if he flips his stick around, you might be able to tell. He's still a CCM guy. What do we got there?
McKinnon was out.
Yeah, that's CCM.
Power play refs playing on the number 1 line, and he adapted to that. He started putting pucks in the net and setting up.
This is supposedly from his second year with the Leafs.
I mean, you look at everyone's going to be
I
checking
hit the
McKinnon line. It
microphone.
opens
Sorry.
up a guy like Kadri to really do some damage.
Hope none of you were listening with subwoofers.
Scoops it down the ice. Spezza after it. And there's Girard.
The rules come playoffs are going to be very interesting because that little cross check that Spezza just gave there, that's the sort of thing. Oh my God, McKinnon.
McKinnon right on. With Riley tracking him. Brody looks up ice. Room for Riley. Up ahead, Kerfoot. Knocked out at the line onto the stick of Matthews, though. And taken away by Rantanen, who will clear. Matthews for Kerfoot, back in. And around it goes and all the way back into the Leaf zone. On comes Cini along with Simmons. And Wayne Simmons over the line. Flicks the backhand wide and the net knocked off. Bumped into by Ryan Murray.
McKinnon was on for a couple goals against before he sniped one there late in the first period, but he has been the one Avalanche that has been a bit of a menace for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's had 3 or 4
You think putting on a stream is easy, huh?
Give a guy like McKinnon this kind of look, and looks like Riley
That's a big stop there from Jack Campbell.
on that puck and sent it askew, and I think Riley actually might have deflected that.
Let's get to some more of your questions.
In the first period, it might have changed.
Bonnie, who should the Leafs call up from the Marlies? Well, they've already called up Clifford. They've already called up Senny. I think they're good in that regard. Keep in mind, Kasha still needs to come back. I don't. Oh, that was a bit of a knee there from Muzzin. No one has been so mind-blowing on the Marlies. Apparently, the Avs are getting a penalty here. No one has been so mind-blowing that they deserve a call-up necessarily. So I think they're good right now. I would like them to call up Joey Anderson and play him. They signed this dude to a 3-year contract. At some point, they need to figure out what they have there. Oh, Matthews. Ew. Oh! Oh, my God, if that went in.
And a hooking call up coming against Alex Newhook.
Circle the wagon trains there for Austin Matthews. Trying to use the boards to pass it back to himself. Good job by Simmons to draw a penalty. Both his line mates kind of left him with Engvall and Marner being out of the lineup.
We got a hook
both his line mates moved up to other lines. Simmons
on Wayne Simmons. And it's Newhook. That's hilarious. I love puns. I understand why Newhook's upset with that. But I thought there was a hook and then Simmons sort of batted it away. So, Leafs power play. I think they're first of the game. Oh! Oh! Matthews looking for Hattie, by the way. He's already on Hattie watch. Not even halfway through regulation here. Bunting getting a look here on the Leafs top unit in absence of Mitch Marner. Who's on COVID protocol, and this is tricky. So, Mitch Marner and Pierre Engvall both on COVID protocol. The Leafs are in the middle of a 4-game road trip here. I don't know if either of those guys is with the team. And their next game is on Tuesday, against Vegas. And then Wednesday, second half of a back-to-back against Arizona, I believe. Both of those 10 p.m. starts Eastern.
Short-handed points. Some nice work by the Avalanche in the first minute. This power play brought to you by Kidney
All right.
Junkie.
This power play's not going so good. It was.
And now Girard sends it down.
Now the Avs are just kind of playing keep away. Now the second unit's out there with Sandin. Don't lose the puck there, bud. Here comes Mickey. He can't be stopped. Let's go, Cobra. Let's go, Richie. There's a few guys like you just have to cheer for. Spezza you have to cheer for by law. Richie just got put on waivers. Mikheyev's on Probably the hottest streak of his career. Come on, Cobra. Get like 19 shots a game now. Ooh! Ooh! Hey! Richie! There you go! The game after he gets put on waivers. Number 20. This is Dangle jersey, but whatever. His second of the season, and I believe first power play goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf. What an effort from Wayne Simmons, and what a good read from Nick Ritchie. Simmons calls for this. Simmons, who drew the penalty in the first place, calls for the pass from Mikheyev. Unbelievable pass. Did you see? That went under the ankles of, I think it was Sam Girard. Oh, look at the look of relief on Nick Ritchie's face. That's a beautiful thing. Who doesn't love sports? That's awesome. The Leafs now up 4-1, the best lead in hockey.
Waivers, he said it's a reflection of where we are in the cap, not a reflection of Nick Ritchie, who does get back in.
That was actually a really nice goal. Really nice goal. The setup was great. Simmons was definitely the orchestrator of it all, the mastermind. Mikheyev's still racking up points, man. He's looked great. I gotta say.
It's good to see him get that goal. Nice play by Simmons. Not only does he draw the penalty, but he sets up the power play goal.
5:39, the time of the goal.
Tom. Oh yeah, no, here, I want to see this. I want to see the reaction. Everyone big fans of Nick Ritchie. Love it. Here we are in commercial break. Steve Dangle here. Watch a Leafs game with Steve Dangle here on the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Tom, have you gotten any Tim's cards? When are you opening those McDonald's cards? Okay, so give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm back. So, story time. Just before Christmas, so the story is going to start sad, but just before Christmas, my friend tested positive for COVID, which sucks for him because not only is his birthday Boxing Day, but he had to isolate from his family and missed his daughter's first Christmas while he hung out in the basement. So everyone who lived in the house was obviously like, oh, like, did we catch it? But they didn't have any tests. So what I did was I picked up some tests from a friend and I drove them to their house, and they were able to have a peace of mind before Christmas, knowing, okay, at least we're negative or whatever. So recently my friend drove by the house and he left a little care package to return the favor. So he dropped off a rapid test to pay it back. But more importantly, 25 packs of unopened McDonald's Upper Deck NHL trading cards from 1992? 1992. And I'm going to open them on a stream. You know what? I'm on a stream right now. How about second intermission? We crack one. I'm going to crack the other 24 on another stream. But tonight, second intermission, we crack one. We crack a pack. Unopened hockey cards from 1992. These are 30-year-old hockey cards. Whoa! Oh, boy.
And recovered there by Bobby Kubel. Kadri feeds the point. It comes across to Makar.
The second line from the Leafs hasn't had a very loud night. I know Mikheyev just got an assist, but that was on the power play. Oh, boy, that's not looking good. Oh, that's a good effort. And do they manage to not take a penalty? I think so.
Andre Burakovsky. Makar shooting, knocked
Uh-oh,
out in front.
uh-oh.
And Abe Kubel is flat
Leafs in
there
survival
by
mode here. They are not
Riley,
thriving.
who gets upended by Kadri.
Riley tripped up. I don't think they're going to call it. Mikheyev can't get his stick down.
Kicked it loose, but onto the stick.
Can't get the pass through. The Leafs are reeling right now.
Battle
If they can
continues.
survive
Kadri
this
finds
shift,
it again. Line it goes,
good.
Makar. Comes across for
Still less
Tate.
than halfway through regulation. I know they're up 3, but
One-timer right on.
big stop from
Get it
Campbell.
goal.
And good
Again,
Lord,
here's
I don't want to see him
Makar.
having to
A shot off
stretch
the leg.
that much ever again.
And now the
Peter
Leafs
Mrazek
able
is
to
going to
put
get
it
a
down
game,
ice.
I think,
Tonight's
against the
against
Coyotes this
Toronto.
upcoming week.
Well,
Oh,
Colorado
and it's an
down 4-1,
icing.
And their 10-game winning streak here on home ice looking like it might be coming to an end if they don't get it going soon. And Burakovsky cruises right through the middle of the ice, and the Red Sea just kind of open. Good job by Campbell, and then Makar.
Some more of your
snaps this
questions.
thing through
Emery, can you
traffic.
say happy birthday to Zachary? He loves your videos.
And then if you
Happy
can't get
birthday,
to Makar,
Zachary, on the
Bell's got to
attackery.
get it on the other side on the
That's a good
one-timer.
one.
Good pass.
There's a face-off win by the Avalanche. It's
I
dropped
miss
back to
Zach
Gerard. A big blast wide.
I wish there was no salary cap.
McKinnon
Zach Hyman and
lost
Michael
his
Bunting,
footing, and now
same
it's
line.
knocked down, and
Ooh,
goes
here we
Gerard
go.
with a
How
step
does
on
Willie have
Gerard.
any energy
And
left?
Nylander in.
Whoa.
Turns it back, and that shot
Oh my
goes
goodness,
back
that
to
would have
net.
been nasty. Willie
Off the
is
stick of Matthews.
gassed.
Nylander in too tight before he got control.
Kampf loves it.
Now,
That's
Kerfoot,
hilarious because he knows he's
3
tired.
points on the night to Bunting,
We need a
who set up
big
the
shift
first
here
goal.
from the big boys as Matthews
And
gives it away
Landeskog
immediately.
comes back, slaps it down the ice,
What is that?
right on to Campbell.
Oh, he put it on net.
Justin Hall at the wheel.
Oh, Hall, good recovery, good recovery.
Outside zone, looking for Kerfoot. A tip to
Gets
the
it to
side of the
Kerfoot.
net. Copper trying to knock it down.
3-point night for the boy.
Brought down and kept
The
in
boy?
by Bunting.
I almost said the guy.
Kerfoot looking for Matthews again.
You ever say 2 words at
Goes
once?
right out in front.
Matthews!
Weak backhand from
On Hattie
Rose.
Watch.
Turns that away.
No penalty there on Eric
Eric
Johnson.
Johnson
I thought there
strikes
should have
from
been a
center.
double minor.
Give it
Producer
no
Drew.
play.
Oh, he's not here anymore.
Knocked
Oh.
down. Here's a chance, and the shot by Newhook is
And Campbell has had to be way too busy.
up a little bit with
Avs have
about
20
5
shots
on the
less
ice.
than halfway through regulation.
Colorado, if
For those of you who are
Stadium
math
plan.
buffs,
Colorado will share line
they're on pace for over 40 shots, and that's bad.
Their chances.
Travis Dermott sends it inside the Colorado line. Matthews across. Kyle Clifford on the
Justin
bench.
says, "Are you
Put it
worried
in
we're
front to
overplaying
Tyson
Jack
Jost.
Campbell?"
Picks that up.
Um,
Well, the Leafs
I
talked
was,
about this being a test of
but
their-
he's handled it really well, and there haven't really been any injury scares this season.
and with a 4-1
So
lead,
I'm not worried about
they're
it.
gonna have to get into a
But
track meet.
they are going to have to
Clifford swoops in
rest
along with
him
Simmons.
for a
And
big
Jost
chunk of the
comes
rest of the
away
way.
with the puck.
This schedule is about to get
Tyson Jost
so
takes
compact. The
over,
Leafs
feeds it
have
across.
how many postponed games that they have to make up?
Backhand right on Jack Campbell.
So they're going to have to give Mrazek starts just because.
Chance at the other
You know what I
end
mean?
for William
Like,
Nylander.
none of this second half of back-to-back or first half of back-to-back or split it. They're going to have to ride Mrazek for, just give him a random day even though they have two days off. Maybe give him 2 straight. What if Mrazek gets hurt again? Guess what? Joseph Woll, are you ready? Eric Colgren, are you ready? Can they go back to Michael Hutchinson? Are you ready? Because, they're not hurting in the standings. Exactly. You do got to make the playoffs. The season is still relatively young. We're less than halfway through. But if Jack Campbell is not healthy, what are we doing here? The Leafs, man, that's unbelievable. The Leafs are still 7th in the NHL with 32 games played. The teams above them have 37, 35, 35, 34, 32. Carolina, geez, they're good. And Tampa with 36. Points percentage, the Leafs are actually 3rd in the NHL. Carolina is 1st. Florida is 2nd. The Leafs are 3rd. Then Tampa and Colorado. The only 5 teams with a 700 or up points percentage. 700 or above, I should say. Oh, good Lord. Arizona, by the way, second last with .266. The Habs, sorry, 2.65.
Does a nice job of keeping Nylander on his backhand, not allowing him to get his puck over to his forehand to take the shot. And then you've heard the term stick handling in a phone booth. Well, you're getting a good look at it right there as Matthews cruises through about 3 Avs, trying to get the puck on the net.
45th career multi-goal game for Austin Matthews. Makar has it knocked off his stick, gets it back and leads the Avalanche out. The former Brooks Bandit will dump it down, and Rantanen gets there first. Matthews back defensively. Reverses the puck for Riley. Up the boards for Bunting, but Makar stepped in front and took over, unable to get it to the net.
Great job by Matthews to release that pressure.
Me again.
Flooding the one side of the ice, and he has the
Apologies for the technical difficulties. We've obviously been battling last couple weeks. It's nobody's fault. Listen, we've all been working from home for the last couple years, and whomst among us has not wanted to strangle their computer? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Now Gerard. Burakovsky lost it. Spezza's got it.
Oh, Spezza. Hey!
To that ricocheted off Gerard, and
Richie's going to get
had to be good on that.
3-on-1. Let's go.
Ready to take on
Richie
3
versus Nas.
Colorado Avalanche.
No, the Avs are sticking up for their goalie there. Richie did get a kind of a late whack in there. I don't blame them for being upset.
I mean, this is within a 2-3 feet of him. This puck's going to change directions big time.
That was a good effort there from Kemp.
The right glove.
Ooh.
Good smart play by Spezza to not take the shot. Goes down to Kemp.
Richie kind of got that loose.
But then bounces it off of Gerard in a real
that puck was between Francouz's legs there by the end of it. Oh, that's a great save from Francouz. I didn't even realize.
And that extra whack by Richie.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. I understand if you're an Avs fan if you hate that, but dude, Richie's been battling so hard this season, and to see him score a power play goal and then try to fight 3 guys is great. That's the Nick Ritchie I think a lot of people were expecting to see. Big save from the right-hander.
You mentioned the philosophy of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it has changed considerably.
Oh, Lee, I owe you a question. Lee, ignoring the cap, what rumored player would you take at the deadline? Well, ignoring the cap, huh? I mean, someone who's... They need a top 4 right-handed defenseman. Justin Hall has had an okay past couple games. He's been fine tonight. I think the Leafs are a good team. I do. I think they're a good team. I think they're a deep team. But they need to evaluate Timothy Liljegren more. And outside of that, I just don't see how this D-core is good enough. You add, and it'll probably cost you a pretty penny, but you add the right defenseman, the right-handed defenseman, ideally one who has some term left, even if it's only one other season. If you can add that guy, oh, they're formidable, man. They're formidable. Oh! Deflection there, and the puck goes over the net.
Back onto the stick of McKinnon, and now Kadri. Here's Kadri to the line. Across hit comes.
This is a high-event game. The Avalanche have so many shots and so many shot attempts, and then I look at the Leafs. 15 at this point in the game isn't bad at all. Jake Muzzin's been out there for a long time. What a great play by Muzzin, who's been out there for a long time. He's got the long change coming here, though. And he's still out there. Oh, boy.
Comfort centered it, but Matthews in good defensive position to pick that off.
Get off the ice there, Jake.
Over the line. to the far corner for Girard with Bunting on his tail.
6.5 to go here in the second. Leafs up 4-1 on the Avalanche, who have been flying all night. Oh boy, wide open net. And the Avs flub it.
All the way back.
He's cruised through that slot a few times, Tyler Yost. He had a good chance in the first period, and right there, you're not going to get a better look than that. Unfortunately, it hit something, and Ski jumped over the top of the stick.
Oh, can I give you my funny answer? Phil Kessel. I want the Leafs to get Phil Kessel.
On his resume, McKinnon.
You know who I think might get him? Edmonton. They need a goalie. A lot more. But they also need depth scoring. And Kessel's a little bit better than depth scoring, don't you think? Look at Richie flying in.
Gets a hit in on Eric Johnson.
Honestly, if Richie just finishes this game with a good, consistent effort and doesn't take a penalty, I think that's his best game as a Leaf. And he needs it. We should all be cheering for him. He's locked up to 2.5 for this year and next. Like, if you're a Leaf fan, you're cheering for Nick Ritchie. That's a great chance. Nylander to Tavares, stopped by Francouz. Underrated goalie. I don't even know about underrated. He's just underknown. As we head to commercial break here, we are one commercial break away, I think, from opening an unopened pack of McDonald's Upper Deck NHL hockey cards from 1992. We're going to be doing that at second intermission after watching some Sportsnet original content. It's called a tease. Oh, yeah, leave your mean comments. Steve, we want you to open it now. No! You have no power here. I get paid to do this. Weird. Questions? General, when the Leafs were really bad, speaking of general, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. When the Leafs were really bad, did you ever consider cheering for another team? No. No. Never. I considered, like, existential questions, like, why am I doing this? You know? But no, never. By the way, over 5,000 of you watching right now. Woo! Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Gosh darn it. Jamie? What's going wrong with the Avs? Is Soup just that good? I mean, he's been wonderful in this game. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think they're honestly having a pretty good game, except they looked like poo for, that's a real technical analytical term. They looked really bad for, what was it, 5 minutes there? And that's been their night, really. For how much of this game have the Avs looked like the better team? It's more than 50. And remember, it's not even score effects. The Avs, the Avs were out shooting the Leafs 7-0 to start the game. Out shot attempts, I think it was 14-3. The Leafs have kept up in the shot department, but the Avs have consistently had more. The Leafs have actually shut them down a little bit recently, but Campbell has had to make some unbelievable saves.
So he does the right thing. He throws it down the wall where there's no chance of a turnover and any transition to the Avalanche.
Producer Drew just sent me a tweet, and it's mean. It's from Mike Stevens. Nick Ritchie scored a power play goal this season before Mitch Marner. Michael. That they're winning 4-1. Like,
of the 17 for the Leafs tonight.
Come on, bro. That's so mean. Why?
McKinnon with 6
It's unnecessary.
of the
There's no
22
need for this.
for the Avalanche so far.
Man. Michael, what's the last song you listened to on Spotify? I don't know the artist. Well, so I'm actually halfway through 32 Thoughts, the most recent 32 Thoughts. Let's go, Kerfoot. The song's called Corner Store, and I heard it on TikTok. Oh, Michael Bunting fighting an entire team. His favorite activity.
Byram and Helman Jost get involved.
I just picked some backwoods up from the corner store.
Look at the play that Tavares made when he was in trouble. He's down in the corner, 200 feet from your net. Well, when you're losing 4-1.
Oh, and I listened to Genesis, the album by Busta Rhymes the other day. And he's doing stuff like shouting out the year 2001 in it. And then I felt old. God, Michael Bunting loves that stuff.
What a young talent he is.
He really is a pig in you-know-what.
Folks will be watching in Cranbrook tonight. Dad Sean
Like, I don't think you can teach that.
a brief time in the NHL.
Like, there are guys who can put on a brave face and they can play harder when the playoffs come, or they can defend themselves or whatever, but it takes a special breed of person to, honest to goodness, love conflict.
Ball back in his own zone.
Marchand loves it.
Taken away by McKinnon. Checked at the line.
Bunting loves it.
The puck is sent back to center.
I don't know if Kadri loves it or if he's just really good at it. Oh my God, McKinnon's so
McKinnon to
fast.
the net, knocked down in front.
That was like 19 players on McKinnon there.
Unforthcoming.
No penalty?
Now Ave Kubel knocks down Hall.
No penalty. All the fans are mad.
That
And
one
they're
back
wrong.
to the line. Makar. Ave Kubel.
Oh!
Campbell got a
Oh, I
piece
thought
of
that was in.
with Campbell
Avs
on
are
the
buzzing,
doorstep.
man. Like, to answer your question again there, Jamie. Ah, and they score.
It's goal number 50.
Kale Makar. I think this is 15th of the season. What's wrong with the Avs? Nothing. Campbell's been playing great. And the Avs finally crack him.
The Avalanche, once they smell it, you just see the rotation of all the players. And McKinnon drives
What happened
down
here?
through the middle of the ice. And the fans here thought this should have been a penalty as Hall's back
Oh,
skate pulls down McKinnon. He
I think it was McKinnon's feet got caught up with Hall. I'd have to look at it again. Avs keep it. Leafs way too bunched up. Nylander gets bumped there a bit. Not enough body moving in front. I don't know if there's a deflection or not. Good screen.
And he sees that there's no way that Campbell's going to see this thing.
And again, Avs down, but a late period goal gives them some life. And there's time left in this period yet. This game isn't over. Ooh, Spezza. Ooh!
Can't get the shot away. 6 goal in the last 10 for Makar. Came into the game on a
Oh my God, we need 2-goal game. Get 2-goal game Nick Ritchie. That's what we need.
challenging that Paul Coffey. Goal record, tap in front. Oh, that's a big right.
Great stop, Francouz.
In tight against Campbell.
This is a great goalie, man. I'm telling you.
He's made 2 or 3 really good saves.
Problem is he's a backup and he's also always injured.
Campbell. And it ricochets all the way back.
He's got to keep this at 4. He can't
I watched his first game. I was at Sportsnet for his first game. He came in relief. And I remember being like, I've never heard of this person in my entire life. And now he's just a really good goalie.
Makes it a 2-goal game. Matthews arrives back in his own zone to take it away, flips it out. Bunting.
They're offside.
But Kerfoot trapped.
You're definitely outside, bud.
And Byron.
Oh, Bunting. He loves it.
Bunting get
Loves it.
Again. And sometimes just the shifts
Loves
that
it.
come over the boards, they might be going at
What's
it all night,
Landeskog
you know,
saying?
they're just
Stay away
matching
from my
up,
rookie.
getting fed up with one another.
And Bunting says, I am a rookie.
Takes out Johnson and the puck comes in and Camp does a nice
Oh!
job of picking up the stick of Newhook.
Great effort from Camp. Good stop. Francouz. 2:08 left to go in the second. Leafs up 4-2.
2:08 left in the period. Again, if you're the Avalanche and you're Jared Bednar, you're urging your team, hey, let's see if we can't get one here before we go into the break and be one behind coming out in the third period. Put a little pressure on them going into
Shots are going to be up around 35 each, unless the Leafs completely crawl into a shell.
Landeskog comes away with the puck, but
That's a good intercept because Byram was ready to crank that thing. Again, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but Kerfoot is... Oh, wait, no, he's not. Matthews is on hat-trick watch. Kerfoot has 3 points, though.
Tied up momentarily by Rantanen. Back to Riley and Matthews again up high.
He's got to be careful here. 1:35 to go in the second period. TJ Brody gets 1 goal, thinks he's a sniper. I love it. Producer Drew texted me, bunting all tough till Landeskog comes over. Listen, Drew, that is that's not cowardice. That's what we call a business decision. Buddy, are you fighting Landeskog? I'm not. Oh, that's nice. Kenny, how was your day? It was really good. It's really good. I had some cookies. Do you have some cookies today? Were they good? Do you have cookies you could have? You should have them. Leafs dangerously close to getting a penalty, and they get one. Not a strong end to the period. Kadri's laughing. Oh! Did Kadri draw it? Bob Ross!
10 power plays against, so now they have to do this one here late in the second period with 1:14 to go.
Holding.
And this is the kind of moment for the Avalanche that they were hoping to get here late in the period. As you see,
oh, it's Tavares too. 91 on 91. London Knights teammates. Oh, buddy. That's the Kadri special. That is the Kadri special. God, I miss him. No one knows how to... the little shoulder... No one does that better in the National Hockey League than Nazem Kadri. No one does that better. The refs don't necessarily call it because they're mad at him. No one in the league does it better. No one. Glad to see things haven't changed. Good clear from Kerfoot. From T. Why hasn't Joseph Duzak gotten a shot in the show? So he's a right-handed Marlies defenseman who's put up a ton of points. He's a bit of a defensive liability. And I don't know, do the Leafs really need a player like that? They need a shutdown guy. I'm totally open to the idea of Duzak getting a shot if the Leafs need a guy. But they don't really need a guy right now. They got Liljegren waiting in the wings. Really excited to see how Philip Kral evolves. Christians, Rubens. But all the guys I just mentioned shoot left, so if a right-handed opportunity comes up, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Joey Duzak get a shot, at very least. He's one of the older Marlies defensemen as well, in terms of prospects. Ooh! Really good play by the Avs there. Not the best shot from Rantanen. Will the Leafs survive? They do. Oh, boy. Again, this is what I was talking about with producer Drew. Leafs up, multi-goal lead. You can't help but feel a little bit nervous. Leafs were up 4-1. Makar scores. Now it's 4-2. And the Avalanche will begin the second period at home with the power play. With team history on the line, they have 10 straight wins at home, and they're going for number 11, which would be a franchise record. So, this is Watch the Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We got some Sportsnet original content for you here in intermission. And when we come back, I will open a 30-year-old pack of hockey cards. See you then.
Austin Eckler, low-key, is a great ball player. When Eckler scored 4 touchdowns in a game, I was like, I need to talk to this dude. He could bang. Gotta interview that dude, man. I don't know if Austin's gonna have any kind of hesitation about talking about his male pattern baldness. If I palmed his head, I feel like he might throw hands, give me a little two-piece. Because I have a punchable face, because it's round and it's stupid looking. I'm glad he said yes. Eckler could have given me the Heisman and be like, nah, I'm not messing with Canada. But he's messing with Canada. He doesn't know what he's in for. They never do. It's a big day for me, man. I'm meeting someone for the first time. There's like a little bit of nerves. Oh. I'm deciding whether I go full, give him the full Cabby experience, 11 out of 10, annoying, or do I try to play it chill? I just gotta calm down.
It's pretty darn good. He's all right. Think so?
My name's Cabby. Wonderful to meet you too.
I just got off the walkthrough, so the body is moist.
Why do people hate that word so much?
Moist.
Like that's a word that people like are.
I know,
like,
cringe. They cringe.
Yeah, they
at.
cringe. Yeah, they're repulsed by it.
Speaking moistly on them. Oh, what a terrible image.
You said it was Robbie?
Cabby, like
Cabby.
a taxi.
Cabby.
This right here is my body fat percentage. Not a good look. We're gonna be awesome.
Awesome. Let's
All
go.
right.
Austin Eckler.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man to my right is your favorite running back's favorite running back. This is Austin James Eckler. Welcome, sir.
Hey, I appreciate you having me.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna make a bold proclamation. This is gonna be your favorite interview ever.
Ooh, that is bold, because I've done a lot of interviews.
Yeah, you know what?
All right.
There's a lot of positive. I'm just feeding
Hey,
you positive
I got a
vibes.
specific type of interview that I love to do, so we'll see if you can hit those boxes.
Let's go. I'm checking all the boxes, my G.
We'll see.
In the world of fantasy sports, you
Yeah.
tweeted before the season, and I quote, "Attention fantasy owners, huge weekly giveaways this season. Here are the rules. Draft me on your fantasy team. Of course you would. Start me in your lineup. Absolutely. Win your weekly matchup. Post a screenshot to IG or Twitter showing your victory and tag me. Winners will be chosen each week and sent a signed 30 jersey."
Bang, just like that.
My dude, how many jerseys have you sent to one of the Canadian provinces?
I've not sent international yet.
You haven't?
It's all been in the States.
Which province would you like to send one to?
I mean, it depends on where the fan is. I have no preference.
You know what?
Wherever, hey, if you're a supporter, you won and you get chosen, boom, it's going to Canada.
Do you know any provinces?
Not maybe some cities, but not an actual like a province, like Melbourne. No, that's Australia.
That's correct.
Australia.
The other part of the world.
It's time to learn geography.
I do know that like 75% of the population of Canada is like over in the bottom right corner. I know that. That's like
That's Ontario and Quebec. You're right.
Okay,
You're right. Yeah.
that's about the only fact that I know.
How many fantasy teams are you the
I have
GM?
3.
3.
I have 3 teams.
Do they all have the same name?
Yes.
Are they, okay, may I guess?
Yeah.
Austin Powers?
No.
No. AEW?
No, that's a good one.
Okay. The Hecklers. But
No,
like,
it's the Fighting Ecklers. The Fighting Ecklers. Yeah, the
Oh.
Fighting Ecklers.
And it's known that you are on your own.
I have myself on one.
On one.
On one. I couldn't get myself on the other ones, or I would have.
That week that you had 4 touchdowns.
A dart again, caught, touchdown. Eckler.
Jonathan Taylor had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Wait, were you against someone who had?
No.
Oh,
no.
That was a bloodbath.
I was going against him in my mind, though. I was like, I knew he had 5 today, because we played later on. I was like, I gotta get one more. I gotta match him, you know?
Can he get in for the 4th time? He does!
In certain corners of the internet, your height is listed as 5'8", it's 5'9", and it's 5'10".
Just roll dice, whatever you want it to be.
What is it?
It's 5'8", 5'8", if you want to be exact.
But then do you
5'8",
round up?
I absolutely round up. 5'9". 5'8" and 5'8", it's like, come on. It's
Right. There are times in your life that you've been tested by either teammates or opponents. So when was the last time someone wanted that smoke and it didn't work out for them?
Ooh, we were playing the Broncos. I remember this guy was like, man, you're too small. And I told him, well, my contract would speak otherwise.
Yeah,
You know?
talk that.
To the end zone is Eckler for the touchdown.
I've been doing this for a long time. I've been putting up production regardless. My body is what it is, but that's what makes me strong. I think my body language is like a contagious just energy, right?
It's a certain energy. It's an intense, like
Right.
a battery, if it's in your back, is always
It
on
makes a
100.
difference. It makes a difference, right?
Top of the day out there, I got your back. Let's keep running that thing, huh? We gotta score. We gotta score. If that's my role today, that's my role. Whatever it is, baby, let's do it.
It's a touchdown.
Yes, sir! Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Crank this place up, baby! Yes! Yeah! Keep him in there!
At some point in your life, you made a business decision to come on home.
Oh, you're talking about the hair?
Yeah.
Talking about that. You see why. You see why.
Right, okay.
You see this.
Listen.
You know, this is what I'm dealing with here, my man. So don't even ask why'd you commit. Like, you see it. Genetics, did me dirty on that part.
Most famously, Michael Jordan decided to come on home because Michael Jordan looked in the mirror one day and he said, Michael, something's got to change.
and beating him down a little bit.
There are some athletes that need to make a business decision.
Everyone has to.
Right. And I want to get your opinions on what they're working with now, and then when should they come on home?
I say embrace it. Embrace it.
Oh, please. The much maligned superstar Kevin Durant.
Oh, he can hold, man. He's still got to hang on to that for sure.
You think?
Yes, absolutely. He's still got to be able. He can even square it off and everything. Looks great.
King James, okay?
Well, man's had some work done, obviously, so he's got it filled in, he wanted to go that route. I don't think I'm gonna go that route. I just committed.
Come on home is for Shaq. It's for Charles. Look at those three bald head stooges in the studio.
When should King James come on home?
I mean, if he's gonna fill it in like that, then you keep it, hold it. Hold the line if you can.
Hold the line! This is Phil Kessel. He's the very definition of a beauty.
Right, so he's going with the, hey, I can grow my hair out long enough so I can kind of cover it up. He got.
My hair is so bad, man. Can I see how my do looks on the TV at least? I definitely have no hair. Need to get it fixed, I'll tell you that much.
And then finally.
Yeah, it's definitely time. It's
time. When are we gonna just come home, man? It's time to come home, right?
My kids make fun of me. I got a hat on so I don't get sunburned up here in this little center.
When did you decide to come on home?
Shoot.
Like how long ago?
It was like high school.
Was it?
High school.
Was it because of a girl?
Absolutely not. I could care less about girls in high school. I was way too dedicated.
You didn't care about it because there's so many that are like.
No. It's because
the dudes who.
It's because
there's a scarcity cared a lot. Austin, when should I come on home? Go ahead and.
Man, like his hairline is not there. Yeah. It is what it is, man.
Thank you for being gentle.
It is what it is.
If all things go according to plan for you and your teammates, this year you'll be coming on home with some silverware in your home building. I wish you luck, my G.
I appreciate that.
How did this interview go? Like, do we check all the boxes?
So I'm gonna say you're right in the middle somewhere. Right in the middle. I'm gonna say,
Give me a letter grade.
Ooh, a letter grade. B. I'm gonna say a B. I'm gonna say a B because the energy was great, but I think we could have gone deeper.
I need to go do some homework. Is that a B? Is that a B? Your interview was kind of, let's go deeper. Like, I'm not a journalist. I don't have any kind of personal depth. I see you, Austin. Okay, thank you for that.
I love Cabby. He's just so positive. I like him. It's hard to have a bad day around Cabby. Hey, we're here. Second intermission. Leafs up 4-2. Heading into the third against the Colorado Avalanche. I am Steve Dangle, and this is Watch a Leafs Game with Steve Dangle. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Now, second intermission. We usually play a little game called Is Steve Wearing Pants? We're not going to do that today. Instead, we are going to open an unopened 30-year-old pack of hockey cards. McDonald's Upper Deck, 1992. I'm not lying to you. It's unopened. Nothing. No cracks, no nothing. Let's see what we got. I have no idea. I was 4 years old when these cards came out. I have no idea who's in them. I, honest to goodness, might not even recognize the players. Oh, there's a lot more cards in here than I thought. I guess they're just thin cards. Okay, we got it opened. All right. Oh, so these are all-star cards. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. What? Okay. Kids, you're gonna... how many of you are hockey card collectors, right? How many of you have duplicates, right? All right. Well, just thought I'd ask that question. Our first card is Alexander Mogilny. Let me back it up. There you go. Alexander Mogilny. He's got his Buffalo Sabres gloves on. On the back, it says, another Russian-born player who has made dramatic impact. Mogilny fired 39 goals, including 15 power play markers for the Sabres in 91-92. Before joining Buffalo, Mogilny acquired considerable international experience, scoring a total of 18 goals for the Soviet national junior team in the IIHF World Junior Championships in 87, 88, and 89. Our second card is also Alexander Mogilny. How? They put these cards, they were literally one on top of the other in the same pack. I've never seen that before. You know what I did once when I was younger? It was with the 05-06 Series 2 Upper Deck. I got a Ryan Getzlaf Victory rookie card and then a Ryan Getzlaf Young Guns rookie card. Those are both Ryan Getzlaf cards, but they're not the same card. These are identical cards. So here I am going, oh, there's more cards in this pack than I thought. There's 4 instead of 3. And then I only get 3 different cards. I didn't know this guy was an all-star. Former Leafs defenseman, Dave Ellett. I believe he's wearing his Leaf stuff there. Ellett, who made his second All-Star game appearance, more than one. His second All-Star game appearance in 92 was the Toronto Maple Leafs top scoring defenseman, collecting 18 goals. Jeez, the early 90s were different. 18 goals and 33 assists in 79 games. Ellett was a CCHA second-team All-Star with Bowling Green in 84 before jumping directly to the NHL with Winnipeg. The Jets drafted him 75th overall in the 82 NHL entry draft. So Ellett, when I started cheering for the Leafs, was already on them. And the last card, I'm surprised he was with the Devils at this point. He's got New Jersey Devils gloves. Scott Stevens. I don't know if he knocked anyone unconscious during this All-Star game. Often regarded as the NHL's best defensive defenseman, New Jersey Scott Stevens earned his second All-Star team selection in 91-92, joining Phil Housley, another Leaf legend, on the NHL's second All-Star team. I got to show you guys something after. A 4-time participant in the NHL All-Star game. Stevens began his NHL career with the Capitals, earning an NHL All-Rookie team selection in 83. I didn't know his career started that early. 83? That dude played like up until the lockout. Like the second one. What? Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Anyway, it's a bit of an error card because this line of text, I don't know if you can see, it's like half cut off. Interesting. So there you go. There's a 30-year-old pack of hockey cards. Dave Ellett, Scott Stevens, and both Alexander Mogilnys. I would love it if like Mogilny was rare and it's like worth 50 grand and I'm just unwittingly holding 100 grand. That would be awesome. Ooh. Producer Stu with a great idea. Do you have a question in mind? He just said, trivia question, whoever gets it right gets the second Mogilny card. It's got to be about Mogilny? Okay. All right, let me figure something out. Yeah, I will upon your request sign this Alexander Mogilny card from 1992. if you get this right. Okay. First person in the chat to get this gets the McGillney card. Producer Rob, this is going to be very difficult. So, Alexander McGillney played for 2 teams in Russia. CSKA Moscow for 3 seasons, and Moscow Spartak in 94-95 for exactly 1 game where he had an assist. A team that he never played for, a KHL team, I don't know if it still exists, but there was a KHL team based in Alexander McGillney's hometown in Russia of Khabarovsk. Most recently, that KHL team was called what? I've put the answer in the chat, producer Rob. I can't see the chat, so I don't know if you guys are losing your minds right now. Alexander McGillney from Khabarovsk, Russia. Khabarovsk, Russia. What was the KHL team called from his city? Someone got it. Someone got it before the question was done? And the game's about to start. You know what? I'm going to give it to that person because I cannot believe you knew the question I was going to ask. I was intentionally misleading you. How the hell did you get that? I was intentionally misleading you so you wouldn't know what I was about to ask, and you figured it out? How did you get that? Okay, so the winner of one of these McGillney cards. Oh, Leafs can't clear the puck. I will tell you once the Leafs clear it here. Okay, we got a whistle. The winner of this McGillney card, Clancy McNamara.
So watch what Kerfoot does. Watch him take
this is yours.
What he's telling Makar is, you want to skate at that
1992 McDonald's Upper Deck.
Slicing through the middle. And he's got 3
Alexander McGillney, because you knew that Khabarovsk was home of Amur, the Amur Tigers in the KHL. Oh, my nasty.
That shot didn't get to the net.
That would have been disgusting.
3 shots on the power play, but the Leafs are back.
Clancy McNamara, DM producer Drew, to figure out how you can get this card. And also let Drew know if you want me to sign it. I don't have any connections to Alexander McGillney, so like I can't make that happen. But if you want the autograph of a sweaty YouTuber person, I can give you that.
And now taking over is New Hook. And that's an easy
big stop.
For
Jack Campbell.
Well, if you're New Hook and you have O'Connor going to the net.
Whew. Leafs kill off that power play, by the way.
Especially the catching glove. You know, you've transitioned the puck, you've turned it over.
John asks, if you could pick one game to go to this season, past or future, ooh, what would it be? I got tickets to the Kraken game. Ooh. I want to see the Leafs play the Kraken in Toronto because that's history. I don't care if they win or lose. I want the ticket stub forever. I've started to think about stuff like that because I have a young son. And I've started to think about the stories we can share in the future, you know, when he's of age to talk. Because the one ticket stub, well, I went to the gold medal game at the Olympics. Whoa! Someone just got a souvenir. I went to the gold medal game at the Olympics in 2010. I have that ticket stub, obviously, so I get to talk about that. But there's a ticket that I have that I love because there's a great story behind it. We have a ticket stub for the first game of Nikita Soshnikov, Kasperi Kapanen, Zach Hyman, and William Nylander's career. They all played their first NHL game on the same night. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Right on the line. Campbell would have stopped. And he's fighting.
Push again by the Avalanche. And Makar with a big shot that doesn't get to the target.
Wow. Leafs survive one there. Sorry. It was their first game, but the reason there's a story behind it is I had the option to go and I didn't. Because we had a podcast to record that night. So my wife went. Her and her friend went, and neither of them cared what was happening. Not knowing they were actually witnessing a special game.
You never forget where you come from, and you always want to stick it to them if you can.
I also, by the time I had agreed, like, oh yeah, you can go with your friend, I didn't know it would be their first game. So once I found that out, I was like, I regret that a bit. A little too early in the second period for the Leafs to be in survival mode. The shots were close for a while, but the Avs, for the third straight period... How do the Leafs have more puck possession than the Avs? Are you joking me? Anyway, for the third straight period, the Avs are starting the period clearly the better team. The Leafs have had pushback in all two periods so far, so that's good. But 2-goal lead against the Avalanche when they're playing this well just doesn't feel like a lot, as Jack Campbell faces the 34th shot of the game. He's definitely going to hit over 40. Robert Malloy says, Steve, this is the third period. Did I say second? Sorry. Sorry. I don't know. When you just blab a bunch of words in a... Listen, I know you're all here, but I'm in a room alone. No one's here around me. And when you're blabbing in a room by yourself, you're going to make mistakes.
Nylander stays on side and then pursues the puck on the forecheck.
Mark, do you play any other video games other than Red Dead? Yes, NHL. And I am okay. There are better players. There are worse players. I think I'm okay.
Those are big plays at the end of the day if you're going to win a game in a building like this.
And Tavares bounces it out.
You know what sucks is, so my username is Steve Dangle 10. And when people play me, like I'll get tweets mid-game. Like, oh, I'm playing you right now. And there was a guy yesterday who... he was chirping me during the game. He was chirping me after the game. Multiple platforms. Oh, Nick Ritchie wanted a penalty there. Like, this dude tweeted me, and I didn't respond. Whoa! Who got that? Is that Hall? That's a great desperation play. That was fantastic from Justin Hall. See, a play like that is the sort of thing that's going to drive Sheldon Keefe nuts. Nick Ritchie went to go play the body. And if he plays the puck, the Leafs exit the zone at least 5 seconds earlier there. Yeah, I play NHL. I haven't played it for a while, but man, I love Rocket League. High stick. The problem is the people who play Rocket League now are way too good. Oh, that's such a great play from Hall. Best defenseman in the NHL on his stomach. Move over, TJ Brody. Wow. Second ditch effort and everything.
You know, sometimes they're not, but you still get it done. Good job.
That was more Jackson Pollock than Tom Thompson.
Grace, will Matthews get a hat trick? Oh, baby.
Doesn't matter how you get it done.
If he does, I think it'll be an empty netter. Just because the Leafs do not look like they have it right now. Have they gotten a shot in this period so far? We're over 5 minutes in. I don't think they have.
At the line for Brody.
Come on, Broads.
Kerfoot, who had 3 points in the opening period. Matthews with 2 goals in 22 seconds.
Tired. Austin Matthews hat trick. Wired. Nick Ritchie hat trick. Inspired. Ilya Mikheyev hat trick. He doesn't have a goal yet. Oh! It's not a penalty? We don't do those anymore? Okay. I gotta say, Kerfoot's playing pretty well for a guy who I've literally never seen play right wing.
17-0-0 when leading after 2. The Avalanche 1-7-1 trailing after 40.
Cannot believe the Leafs are outpossessing the Avs in this game. 17-0-0 record when leading after the second period this season. Oh, boy. You know what's amazing is the Leafs almost always have an amazing record when leading after 2.
We get an appeal here from Ryan Murray.
They had some ridiculous record a few years ago, remember? I think it was Josh Levo's first game with the Canucks against the Leafs. The Leafs had gone a million games in a row without losing when leading, heading into the third, and they blew it. Joe, do you own any cool hockey cards? Oh, yeah. Ovechkin Young Guns rookie. Stamkos Young Guns rookie. Oh! I got some Felix Potvin game-used stick cards. Got a bunch of autographs. Oh, here we go. Spezza, just not enough acceleration there. Good intercept, but he was stopped dead. As the Leafs get an icing call here.
Well, the Toronto Maple Leafs are running close to 70% on the draws tonight. They're a little over 60.
Most expensive card I ever sold was a $60 one-of-a-kind Marks of Art card. It was a printing plate card. So it's like a blue plate, a red plate, and a yellow plate, something like that. And there's only one yellow plate. And it was one of a kind. $60. Sold it when I was in university, so you might be like, oh, that card's worth so much. Dude, I had $0, so selling that card gave me $60 more than I had.
Paul got back, took a bump, got it to his partner Muzzin. A hit for Nylander. Over the line, Nylander, and will be gloved and held by the former Olympian Pavel Francouz. So it remains a 2-goal lead here on Hockey Night in Canada.
James, how nervous are you about the rest of the season as we head to commercial break? I'm not nervous about it from a Leafs perspective. Like, dude, they're playing well. They're winning games. They got good depth. They're winning games when they're down guys. There's not a ton to complain about with this team currently. Like, we all know the issues when it comes to the playoffs. We can't really tackle that in January. My main concern is how are any of us going to get through the season? I don't want the season to go into July. The NHL wants the Stanley Cup to be awarded by June 30th. So do I. So should you. So should all of us. There was talk recently, Alan Walsh mentioned on his podcast that, you know, the season could be extended a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I got upset about that. And some people were like, oh, why are you being such a baby? Listen, I know I have a cool job, but imagine you thought you had 3 weeks in the summer off, and then you didn't. How would you react to that? Positively? Positive? You'd be jacked? Stoked? I love hanging out with you. We'll probably be doing watch the Stanley Cup Final with Steve Dangle. And I will love it. But how about we do that in June instead? You know? You know? That'd be nice.
Those are huge when your team has the lead. Right now they got a 4-2 lead.
Oh my God, Colorado's killing the Leafs in shot attempts. Weston, would you undo the Kadri trade? Oh boy, baby, wow. Yeah. Oh no! You know what? That's a good penalty. Is that a penalty shot though? No, it is not. Yeah, TJ Brody takes a penalty, and that is a surefire breakaway he stopped.
Well, a guy like Landeskog who's been on fire.
Yeah, you take that every time.
Penalty 78, 2 minutes for tripping. Yeah, and this is one of those times where
he's lucky it's not a penalty shot. Who is that, Landeskog?
Sometimes when the puck
yeah.
It's got a rotation on it. It's got a spin on it.
You can make an argument that should be a penalty shot. Like, I know by the rules it's not, but you could argue that change the rules. But that's a smart penalty.
He takes him down, and the Avalanche will get back on the power play.
Huge part of the game here. The Avalanche
Leafs key face-off win. Muzzin's able to clear it. Great start. Man, the Avs are 0 for 2 on the power play. 7 shots. Good Lord.
Power play of late, so tonight they've been good, but they haven't been able to really settle in.
Here they come, Landeskog across. Rantanen missed the target. Kadri in behind the net, and now Landeskog retrieves it. Back up top for Makar. Makar sends it down low in front.
Oh!
Kadri was watched by Hall.
Nas always plays the Leafs so well. Was that a stop by Campbell? It looked like it. Man, he's been so good tonight. And I'm going to work on my phrasing here, but that groin is getting a workout, and it's making me nervous. Oh! Another stop. Campbell's going to be up over 40 tonight, no problem. Leafs key clear. How is this penalty only halfway done? Holy. Paul, have the whistles been put away? Well, evidently not. I guess that question's a couple minutes old.
But they haven't broken. They've gotten pucks out of the zone like that clear right there by Nylander.
Leafs without Mitch Marner on the kill, but Ilya Mikheyev back involved in the penalty killing. Gerard to Taves. And rink wide, a
good little tip. And actually, this is a good time to answer this question. Oh, maybe not. The Avs are an unbelievable offensive team, man. They're so dangerous. Oh! Lucky bounce. Very fortunate. Oh! Big stop from Campbell again! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Clip it! Clip it right now! You clip that! You tweet it, you put it on Instagram, you mail it to the president, you mail it to the prime minister, you mail it to aliens in space. Holy smokes! Watch this! Watch this! Clears it! Wide open net! Ah! Oh my goodness! Hat pick! Hat pick, hat pick, hat pick! Leaf save of the season. Leaf save of the season, shut it down. You don't need any more. We don't have to play any more games. Holy cow!
You feel it when you got it going, and right now, Jack Campbell's got it going.
Now there's a face-off win for the Avalanche. One last power play shot.
Why are you still making Jack Campbell make saves? Why are you still making him make saves? He doesn't need to make any more saves. That's too many saves. Look at this. Holy! That's going to be on every highlight reel tomorrow. That's the best Leaf highlight this season. Kadri can't believe it. Oh! Oh, oh my God!
And Campbell says, no way.
Is that the nicest save we've seen on these streams?
On the third power play
How are they still getting shots?
12 shots
Be nice to Jack.
with the man advantage.
You guys are all kind of being rude by making him still work after that. Big stop.
As he comes down off the point. And now it's Rantanen
Halfway through the third, by the way. Oh, no! Oh, that's a goal. That's a goal. Damn. Landeskog. The Leafs are in absolute free fall. In absolute free fall.
You dodged a number of bullets on that.
There's way too much time left in the game to let the Avs dominate them like this. Wow, wow, wow. That save feels like a waste.
There's not much going on. Rantanen throws
Like, oh my God. Even the initial stop.
And nobody picks him up. You got Muzzin and
Oh, and it's because Landeskog got another piece of it. Watch this. He makes a save. Oh, no, it trickled over. Ooh. Muzzin almost got it. Man, oh man.
I believe this is a good goal.
Muzzin got his.
Are they reviewing it?
The line.
Making sure across the line, or?
Get confirmation from the.
I think they were making sure across the line. It was, I don't know, close enough. And also, if you're Sheldon Keefe, you want to try to kill some momentum. Keep in mind, I can't hear the broadcast, so I don't know what they're looking at.
Because normally they're going to be around the net.
Hat-trick in the last game.
Did this not cross the line?
He has his 14th of the year here tonight.
It crossed the line.
And Landeskog was up there.
They didn't show it on the replay, but the play started, so it crossed the line.
Extended after the power play and somehow found a way to beat Jack Campbell to make it a one-goal game.
Well, both these teams, when their power play units are in play, they can stay out a full 2 minutes. And so that's not a lot, but to stay
I will never forgive the Leafs for allowing a goal after Jack Campbell made that save. I will never forgive them. They were up 3-0 and 4-1, and now it's 4-3 with about half a period to play. Never a dull moment in Leafs Nation. Worth mentioning, if the Leafs do blow this lead, it will be the second 4-1 lead they've blown this season. Once again, they are the third-ranked team in the National Hockey League based on points percentage. Do not try to understand it. They are simply the Leafs. Holy cow. By the way, if this game goes to overtime, producer Drew is rejoining the stream. I will never forgive them for allowing a goal after that save. Oh my God. Okay. I'll ask. Okay, there's a few good questions here, but I like this one. Andrew, least favorite Leaf player of all time. So I don't really know if I have a least favorite now, because like as an adult, I don't like hate hockey players just for being bad, if that makes sense. But I remember as a kid, there was only one. Okay, we're back.
And the Avalanche are a shot away.
Sorry again with the technical difficulties. We're going to get that sorted out. The question, least favorite Leaf ever. So this guy was the first player I ever disliked, like as a child. It was Don Beaupre. He was backup goalie for the Leafs halfway through the 95-96 season. He played 8 games for them, had an .847 save percentage, and then in 3 games the next season, he somehow had an .833. In none of those games did he win. He played 11 games as a Leaf, didn't win a single one of them. I did not like him. Oh, and he played 2. It says he played 2 playoff games for the Leafs in 96. I don't know if he won either of those. I'm gonna guess no.
Gets it out to center ice.
I don't even remember the Leafs making the playoffs in 96. Was that awful series against the Blackhawks? I just remember as a kid being like, this series is so boring. Oh no, they tied it.
And the Avalanche have tied it.
The second blown 4-1 lead of the season for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Producer Drew's already texting me. They want me back. Yes, they do, sir. Reminder, the Leafs blew a 4-1 lead against the Chicago Blackhawks and won in regulation. Oh, boy, Kyle Clifford. Oh, boy, Kyle Clifford. Oh, boy. Who's in front? Who's in front? Oh, JT, buddy. No one picks up Comfer. No one picks up Comfer at all. And the Avalanche crawl back from a 4-1 deficit.
So Mikko Rantanen sets it up and has 3 points in the game.
Producer Drew, hello.
And now 20 in the last
If this game goes to overtime, like, should Drew just join? Do we need to wait for overtime? Or should we just bring him on? I don't know. That's up to you. It's up to you. I think you should just join. Actually, from a technical perspective, it's probably harder to bring him on right now. Oh, don't take a penalty. Geez, are the Leafs going to make it to overtime? They have 2 shots this period. And it's Francouz in net. Francouz now the goalie of record. Shots this period 16-2 for the Avalanche. That's not good enough, buddy. And what did I tell you? A lot of people hate on Mitch Marner, man. He's a key defensive forward for them. He really is. I don't think he was in the game against Chicago either. Oh. God, that save was so wasted.
Such a smart player. Look at Campbell looking to his left. He thinks Rantanen's coming around the one side, and he lays it back against the grain.
Now the Avalanche win a face-off in the Leafs zone. That shot.
Oh my goodness, Rantanen almost puts him up. 5-4. Come on, Kerf. You'd think a 3-point night from Alex Kerfoot would be enough against the Avalanche. Nope. No. I think the Leafs need to do things. That'd be good. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the third period. It's already tied, 4-4.
Landeskog lost it. It's back on the stick of Kerfoot.
Matthews still on Hattie watch.
Ew! And Francouz is down. And it's dug out of there by Girard.
McKinnon is as good as he's been. He's had a tough night defensively.
Giving up the equalizer.
It just seems like forever and a day ago that they took out Kemper and put Francouz in, and he's gone.
You know what's funny? I just realized Leafs blew a 4-1 lead for the second time this season, but the first time was also on a Saturday night. That Blackhawks game was on one of these streams. I just realized that. Come on. We've had some unreal games, man. We had, well, we've had 2 4-1 collapses, and we also had, big hit from Richie. We also had that 7-1 drubbing at the hands of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. If the Leafs never play another game in Pittsburgh again, that'd be great.
That's Ritchie trying to get it in.
It's not even that they always lose to the Penguins. It's that they always lose to the Penguins in Pittsburgh. And, like, it's always bad. Like, it's not even an entertaining game. They just get demolished. Fans freaking out, and I'm not sure why. They're cheering for the Leafs. They said, "Oh, go Leafs."
This one pretty well living up to the lofty expectations in the Mile High City tonight.
I think we both knew it would eventually. And
here's Alex Kerfoot back to Matthews.
Oh!
He'll swing it in front.
Oh!
All the way back to the line, in the slot, and that one healed wide. Matthews centers. Francouz down, and he will cover
Big
up.
stop from Francouz. That's the best the Leafs have looked offensively since, like, I don't know.
Sheldon Keefe trying to get his guys back in it.
Folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties. They just keep happening. Much like the Leafs blowing 4-1 leads. Unbelievable, man. Like, again, this team is haunted. It's what I keep saying. They're literally, by points percentage, the third best team in the National Hockey League. You cannot do much better than that. In fact, you can only do better than that twice. If you're Carolina or Florida. By the way, how funny is that? Leafs, third best points percentage in the National Hockey League, second in their division. The hockey gods, they just laugh. But they're literally one of the best teams in the NHL. This is the second 4-1 lead they've blown this season. Like, what do you do? What do you do? How isn't Sheldon Keefe bald? That's what I want to know. How? He should be. 4:30 to go. Again, Matthews on Hattie watch. Avalanche with numbers. This is a 3-on-2 here. They got a guy wide. Campbell with a stop. Leafs getting decimated in the shot counter now. McKinnon with a move. I'm like hiding from the screen. I'm scared. Campbell directing it wide. Okay, for your earlier questions about am I worried about Jack Campbell's workload, I wasn't until the third period began. Good stop there by Bunting. This is the Leafs' third game since December 21st. Mitch Marner's out. Kerfoot's on the top line playing right wing. You know, all things considered, it maybe shouldn't be that shocking that they don't look like the best team, and maybe it's not that shocking that they blew a 4-1 lead. But let's figure it out there, boys. Getting a 3-0 lead on the Avs at home.
Defensive play by Nylander to hold the zone.
Getting a 4-1 lead, chasing their goalie. Campbell gives you a save of the year candidate. You got to win this game. I don't care what the adversity is. I don't care what the situation is. You got to win this game. Well, if the game makes it to overtime, we're less than 3 minutes away. And when we get there, if we get there, producer Drew will be joining us.
With McKayev and Ritchie, at least until the change is finished. And do we have a penalty against Nick?
Oh my goodness, is that a penalty? Oilers jersey. Oh no. Who got it? Riley for interference? Richie for interference? Oh, I should have never said anything. Oh, Nick.
It happens right along the Colorado blue line.
Avs win the game here. He's never hearing the end of it.
And then there's the cross check right there on Jost by Richie.
Oh.
He drives him down on the ice right there as he's cutting across.
He doesn't have the puck, Nick.
And the referee
He doesn't have the puck.
Richie, who's got a goal.
He doesn't have the puck, Nick.
Now I was hoping the team can kill this off, and this is a team that's feeling pretty good about themselves right now and have come back from a 3-0 deficit.
It's such a game to build on for Nick Ritchie. And if the Leafs lose this game because of this, after such a confidence-building game, I don't see that confidence ever coming back. There was a time in this game where I said Ritchie it was in the middle of his best game as a Leaf. So Kadri and Brody both go into the box. What are they getting? Kadri for embellishment? And Brody for something? Or both for roughing? What happened? By the way, that wasn't a Kadri diss. That was I watched Kadri play for the Leafs for a long time, and the refs often did that to him. So is this 5-on-4 still? Or 4-on-3? Because I think 4-on-3 would benefit the Avs. Especially with a penalty killer like Brody in the box.
Brody's one of their solid defenders, especially on the penalty killer.
We'll have to do that over again.
What now?
It's like, well, you're going to be on your heels against the Avalanche and Ball Arena.
Good Lord.
I mean, they're too good a team.
Can we play hockey
right now here at home? That you're not going to be on your heels a little bit as you see the collision there at the blue line between.
What did Brody do?
Brody and Kadri. So for the Maple Leafs, that's okay.
I'd have to get another look at that. I don't know what he did. All right, so it's still 5-on-4.
David Camp 17-6 in the faceoff.
Leafs clear the puck. At this point, they'll be lucky to get to overtime.
Quickest to 15 goals by an NHL defenseman since Dave Ellett in 88-89. Nathan McKinnon.
God, McKinnon's fast.
Around for Landeskog. Back up top for McCarr. Landeskog. McKinnon. Denied by Campbell. And that pass out of the reach of Rantanen and back out. Leafs get to change their penalty killers. But McKinnon back on the prowl. His shot blocked by Hall. Cale Makar. Rantanen back up top. Makar's shot missed the target. Landeskog with 40 seconds left, and that'll be sent the length of the ice by Toronto.
A good solid kill so far for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they're going to hopefully draw some energy off this. They've got another 27 seconds.
1 minute left here in the third. Burakovsky lost it, and Riley turns them back. 15 seconds of power play time left for Devon Taves at the controls. Up ahead, and Kerfoot disrupted that, and it ends up in the seats.
That's a good solid play by Kerfoot to stand up in that neutral zone. They love to hit that guy across the seam. As you see the play come down low to McKinnon, he tries to drag it backwards using his backside as a backstop against Hall. But Campbell does a nice job, approaching 50 shots on net for Jack Campbell. He's had a tremendous game. Even though there's kind of a few odd ones that happened here in the third period, he's been fantastic.
Okay, so we're not going to be able to bring producer Drew on because it's we're battling just to keep me on. But 40 seconds ago, the Leafs kill the power play off, penalty off. Jack Campbell freezes the puck. There will be a defensive zone draw with 30 seconds to go here in the third period. The Leafs once had a 4-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. It is now a 4-4 game. Avs looking to win their 11th straight game at home. Leafs getting decimated here in this third period. Decimated in the shot column.
They They've won 40 of 60.
At this point, they're in survival mode to get to overtime.
Up ahead it goes, deflected down deep.
I believe the Leafs have 5 shots
Territory. Leafs trying to make sure
this entire third period. 15 seconds feels like 90 right now.
Rantanen drops it back. Makar incoming.
Oh no. The Leafs survive.
And 1 point for each team in a hard-fought 60 minutes with more to come.
3-on-3 is a blessing. Because 5-on-5 they were getting killed. Only problem is the team you're playing 3-on-3 has Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, and a bunch of other assassins. Oh, I get a beer. Overtime, I get a beer. I'm back. After all the technical difficulties tonight, I think I deserve this. Cover all the logos. You got to pay for this. Sponsor. Watch the Leafs game with Steve Dangle. Give me beer. Well, Leafs were up 3-0. Then the Avs scored, and we said, Then Leafs went up 4-1, and the Avs scored, and we said, and then Jack Campbell made a save of the year candidate. Diving, desperation, truly spectacular. Avs score, I think, within a minute, and then tie it not long after that. The Leafs do everything they can just to make it to overtime. And now here we are. I got Makar or Matthews. Matty Hattie, OT dub. That'd be nice. That would be nice. It might be nice.
For Francouz in relief of Darcy Kemper, and here we go. And Cale Makar is out there along with.
Here we go.
Matthews and Nylander together, and the first shot.
Stop by Campbell. Matthews, Willie Riley, in absence of Mitch Marner, obviously. MacKinnon, Makar. I didn't see the third, but I imagine it's Rantanen. Oh man, why did I pick Makar? Kadri's the easy pick. Man, Matthews knew he was in trouble. Like, he's a good skater, but McKinnon's going at him knowing he's not a defenseman. Oh, walks the line.
11 shots on Campbell. And the Leafs have gathered the rebound, and now they'll get.
Leafs managed to hold on to it. Are they going for a line change? Kind of hope not. Oh boy. Willie, good recovery. He needs help, and he can't lose this puck right now. Oh! Loose! He's got it! He's got it! Oh, God, Willie's tenacious. Matthews, robbed by Francouz. Brody's got to get back. And now Willie gets off, and Matthews is tired, and he's on the far end of the ice. He's not going for the change. He knows it's too dangerous right now. Rantanen with it behind the net. Matthews gassed. Oh, boy. Oh, my God, they blew it. They blew it, they blew it, they blew it. And the Avalanche win their 11th straight home game, I believe, on the 50th shot of the game. Campbell, a spectacular performance. Campbell, a save of the year candidate. Ruined. Because they bottled it. Like I said, I have a hard time basing too much on this game. The Leafs season keeps getting interrupted. They've played 3 games since December 21st, but there is no way to sugarcoat blowing a 4-1 lead and losing in overtime. I mean, Campbell's got to be thinking about the not the 2-on-1, the one-timer. Matthews, can't blame him. He gets caught out there and he wasn't able to change. I mean, to me, that's nobody's fault. It's the Avalanche outclassed the Leafs. Devon Taves with the 5-4 OT winner. God, I wish we didn't have technical difficulties tonight, because it would have been so good to have producer Drew on the stream to watch that. To watch history. The Avalanche win 11 straight home games for the first time ever. And once again, another team makes team history against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh boy. Can we bring in Drew? All right, let's bring in Drew. I'll tap dance a little bit. I'll answer some questions. Dave, what's the most underrated stat in hockey? I did want to answer this. I think it's penalty differential, to be honest. And people laugh at that, and I don't understand why. If you take more penalties than you draw, you're a liability. You put your team at a disadvantage. Like, what do teams score? 1 in every 5 power plays? So if you're taking way more penalties than that, you're putting your team at risk. All right, we're going to bring in producer Drew, who I hate in general. I hate his dumb face. All right, Drew, you ready to come on and gloat?
Hey, let's go. How about that 4-1 lead, Steve? How about that 4-1 lead? What a save by Jack Campbell kept them in it. Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be a fun LFR later, buddy.
Oh, God. Oh, what's it going to be called, Drew?
Oh, if it was 4-1 hashtag again or something, I don't know. It'll be something funny. I mean, you can't even blame anyone. Like, Jack Campbell stood on his head. It should have been, the comeback should have happened way faster.
Oh, he was unbelievable. He was so okay. Let's talk about this, Mr. Producer.
Right.
So that save, is there an argument to put it in Dangets? Because they friggin' lost.
I mean, and that was badass too. He grabbed with his glove and he flicked it at the Avs, like, get that out of here. And then even Landeskog's goal, like, he made the initial save, it looked like.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know.
I know. So what if that save makes it in hat picks?
Right.
We talk about how, I can talk about what happened after. But then dang it, we have to talk about the Leafs blowing a 4-1 lead against your friggin' team.
Sounds good to me. I mean, I'm fine with that one. I can't be upset. And it's funny, I said best defensive pair in hockey, Makar and Devon Taves, and what do they get? Goal and a goal each. Game winner for Taves. And I think that was Matthews' fault. He should have changed. I know you said it was better he stayed on, but if he changes, someone's covering Taves that has legs left in them.
Yeah, but if he changes, like, they're at a clear disadvantage.
Yeah. I mean
3-on-3 is like it's a line change competition. Like,
it's true. I don't know. It was funny though. I didn't think they were going to come back, and you even said it. I left. It was 3-1, and it was so even until that 5 minutes left in the second. Then all of a sudden Colorado turned it on, and
Leafs had nothing. I think this 4-game road trip is going to be good for the Leafs because they basically haven't been able to play any games, and now they're going to get to, and they're going to play some pretty good teams and the Coyotes.
Get Jack Campbell some rest against these bad teams.
Drew, what does it feel like to witness history? 11 straight home wins.
It was amazing. Didn't look like it was going to happen. I'm very happy. I think we're 1 point back of the Central lead now. We might be ahead of the Leafs in points percentage now too, because I know you guys had the same record, but 2 extra wins with 2 games, and we had 2 games in hand though. So
maybe,
yeah,
because
we're now 21-8-2, and you guys are 22-8-3. So I don't know, whatever that.
Oh, I didn't get
It's
into
close.
sports
It's
to
close.
do the
Doesn't
math.
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't get into sports to do the math.
Anyways, I'm happy. You're sad. Makes life better.
I just saw your tweet. Ha 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 ha. This is gonna be torture.
Drew's actual favorite game. Yeah, we'll figure it
out. Drew, in the LFR tonight, full creative license, buddy. Just rip me. Just do whatever you want. Just put a 67 banner above my head. Put the Avalanche banner on my face.
Little intermission where I host for 30 seconds. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man. Oh yeah. No. By all means, you should do the intro.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you have an Avalanche hat you can put on sideways? Like
I got Nordiques right there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you could do that.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk after. Anyways, wrap this up.
Well, that is it for Watch a Leafs Game with producer Drew. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this stream. Click subscribe if you really like to tell all your friends. It was 4-1.